welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green, and it is Wednesday, and Wednesday is a day of fun, a day of reflection. It's a day to chat with Wednesday 13 about all the things that are going on in the world, pop culture related and otherwise. And we're going to do that right after this.
Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with than
All right, I'm here, you're here. Wednesday 13 is here.
Hey
How are
now,
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Busy
Hey,
week so far. It's going to continue to stay busy.
it's about to become your busy season. I was excited to see all the tour dates. I think you're playing some cool cities.
Yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and I need to look at the dates and actually see where the hell I'm playing. I've glanced over it, but I haven't like soaked it in like exactly everywhere I'm going. But
Does
it's
this
uh,
tour
it's a
have
lot.
an official name? I'm sure it does.
Well, this one we're doing next week is the quick one. It's called the Cruel Summer, like the Bananarama
Bananarama.
song.
Hmm.
Um, And yeah, so it's the four one is we're doing it's four dates, it's two club shows and two festivals, and then I come back for a few weeks, and then we go out to the big US tour September 23rd to Halloween. And then we're back to
Nice.
Europe a few weeks later. So it's like 50 shows between August and December 15th, I believe.
Now, I know that some people are going to be disappointed that you're not playing their home city, their backyard,
Mhm.
their basement, but you can't play everywhere. And that's why
No.
people got to go out and see the shows. If you go see the shows, you have a better chance of Wednesday being brought back to your city. I want to look at these dates real quick, and then we'll talk about
Yeah.
miscellaneous things. This is a thing called officialwednesday13.com. I don't know if you've seen it. Uh, Here it is.
Hmm.
And all you got to do is you go here. And so for our friends watching in the UK, by the way, I should read later the places that people watch this show. I think you would be shocked. I don't know where my phone went. Um, but when I find my phone, I will tell you because it's crazy where they watch. And we do have a lot of viewers in the United Kingdom. So you're going to be August 6th, August 7th, August 8th, August 9th. 4 days in
Yeah.
a row. You don't need any break on that voice, right? You just go right to it.
No, four in a row is quick. It should be easy, and they're all headline shows. Even the festival shows, we have headline slots, so it's 75 minutes for the festivals, and it may be closer to like to 80 minutes probably for the club shows. We'll do a little extra.
Yeah, well, that's kind of cool, though. To go that far, you want to play a full set. All right, then
Yeah.
we're going to get to the United States of America. Oh, my phone is on the floor. Uh, the the good old U.S. of A. kicking off September 23rd in San Jose, California. And then these are some great cities: Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Boise, Idaho, Salt Lake City, Utah, my current adopted hometown of Las Vegas, Nevada,
Hmm.
Anaheim, California, Pomona, California, Palmdale, California, Los Angeles, California. Look at that. Mesa, Arizona, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Lincoln, Nebraska. I mean, you're not playing off markets. These are big rock and roll cities. McHenry, Illinois, Flint, Michigan. Roger and me. Lakewood, Ohio, Hamden, Connecticut, Lowell, Massachusetts. These are big places. Anyway, it goes on and on. If I was you, I would go to officialwednesday13.com, buy your tickets, and get ready for fun. Look at this, Denver, Colorado on Halloween night. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
It's got to be almost sold out, I would think.
It's doing good. It's doing good. VIPs are getting close to being sold out for that. It's crazy. We've sold a lot of VIPs, but the ticket sales have been eh. So they always kick in when it gets closer to the tour, but it's enough to always make promoters get nervous and me get nervous when I'm ordering merchandise and because I fund this whole thing, so it's a big gamble, especially when gas prices are up, and just it's enough to make me stress a little bit. But I think in the end, I always come out, and it works out somehow. The powers of rock and roll save me every time.
Well, when you're your own boss, these things happen, and you have to be a little nervous. That's a lot on the line, but I think, as you said, it works out. Also, I don't think that people go to buy concert tickets as much in advance. Now, the average person doesn't know the importance of doing such a thing. But look, the world is uncertain. We don't know what's going to happen. And so a lot of times you go, you know what? I'll buy my tickets the day of. But you never know. You could face a sellout. I'm looking for uh, this list I have, so that Wednesday that you're not just, I mean, look, there's a lot of places you could go to promote. You could poke your head out the window and just yell, "I'm gonna be on tour!" You
Come and
know,
see me.
or you could be here where you're reaching people all over the world. Where the hell is it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The number one place we're viewed is the good old USA. Okay, well, that makes sense. Second is Canada. We have a very strong Canadian following, and I thank all of our friends watching in Canada. Third is the United Kingdom. And fourth, this might surprise some people, but it won't surprise you, is Australia. Australia is a rock and roll town. Someone's saying my audio is low. Okay, well, let's
You,
see
you
if we
sound
can
normal to me, but I saw
yeah,
someone say that too.
okay. You're not always a good judge of normal. Uh,
No, I'm not. I'm
okay.
not.
All right,
I
let's
don't
see.
know what normalcy is.
It's better that way. Anyway, Australia. When I go on these cruises, I meet some of the nicest people from Australia, and I know you're very popular there as well.
Mhm.
And good rock and roll fans, and they always recommend cool bands for me to check out. And then I go home and listen to the easy beats and cool stuff like that. Uh, New Zealand, neighbor of Australia. Is that what they don't
It
like to be
is.
compared too often, but they are neighbors. And then
Yes.
after that, and you're going to be here, Germany. We are
All right.
very popular in Germany. I am part German, 50%,
Me
and
too. Me too.
yes.
I don't know
So
how many percentage of it, but I am a Irish German
mhm.
Klingon.
That explains why so many
Yeah.
people watch. This one I don't understand. We are very popular in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, that's because of the Eddie Money song Trinidad.
I knew there was a
Because I,
reason.
yeah,
Who would have thought that there are people right now watching us in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it pronounced
it's
Tobago?
the ghost of Eddie Money.
Could it be Tobago? No, I think it's Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to have to schedule that on the next tour. After that, the Philippines, which another
Oh,
rock and roll place. Have you played the Philippines?
I have not
Yeah.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to play South America, Mexico,
Right.
China, but
China.
uh, but I have played Japan. I have played Russia, um,
For a
and
kid who grew up in what do you call those things that you grew up
a
in?
haystack.
For a kid who grew up in a haystack, you've
I've lived
certainly
large.
seen the world.
Mhm.
And then Ireland,
Ireland, been there many times.
and then last, this is the top 10.
I am from Ireland.
The Netherlands. A lot of
Hmm.
people watching us in the
Love the
Netherlands.
Netherlands. That's one of my favorite places to tour. I love the audience there. I've cut down on my Netherlands
Medicinal.
treats.
Yeah.
Yes, so I don't know that I'll be experiencing that next time I come back there.
Is
But
that where you had that incident?
no,
Where
no,
was
and
that in?
that was in Prague, which is coming up a year this weekend since my freak out. I
Have
hope
we
I don't have
told that
I don't have
story?
a flashback.
Have we told that story? Can we tell that
No,
story?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we could. I could sort of censor the
Well, let
the
me
parts of it, but yes.
They still can't hear me. Okay, hold on, Wednesday.
All right.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Attention, Kmart shoppers. We're having a sale on Wednesday 13 CDs in aisle 13.
Say, did the shop? We got a shoplifter aisle 13.
There's a great episode of Laverne and Shirley where they work in a diner. I can't remember the reason, but Laverne, actually Shirley is running. No, Laverne's running the kitchen, and she's got the microphone. Shirley's the waitress, and she keeps saying she calls her Betty because she don't want to use her real name, and she says, "Betty, please pick up." And the restaurant's getting busy. It's kind of like the Lucy sketch, and she's dropping plates, and every 2 seconds,
Mhm.
uh, Laverne gets on the mic, "Betty, please pick up." David St. Hubbins, Michael McKean, is the only living cast member of Laverne and Shirley. It's
Oh wow.
crazy. These shows that we grew up on, Laverne and Shirley have both passed. The Big Ragu has passed.
Wiggy.
Squiggy has passed. Obviously, Laverne's parents, the DeFazios, have passed. Betty Garrett, who played Laverne's mom, Mrs. Babbage, she was like an old lady. But when she was young, she was a real hot MGM star. It's crazy. Getting old sucks. As you know, you have a birthday
I know.
coming up.
Slowly approaching.
All right, let's dial this back in. What the hell were we talking about Wednesday? Oh, let
My
me tell the
freak out.
story.
My
Yeah.
freak out.
So, well, where were you?
So I was in Prague last year. We had a show on August 2nd, and we had a day off on August 3rd. So we played this place. It's actually the very first place that I'm playing in November when our tour starts back in Europe. Exact same venue, same place, which I'm going to go do some investigation there when I get back. But I'm going to find out what happened. So, in a lot of countries, including the USA, this stuff is medicinal. We're
Yeah.
talking about
Treats.
the treats. It's medicinal. So when you go across Europe, you can get it in Netherlands, which is just super easy. But when you go to other countries like Germany and places like they don't have it. So we're playing in Prague, and right around the corner is a shop, just like it is in Amsterdam, just like it is here in North Hollywood. So I'm like, awesome, day off tomorrow. Been going through Europe. This will be cool. I'll go get a stash, right?
Hmm.
So I got some treats. I come back to the bus. We're about to have sound check. I enjoy a little bit of my treats. I'm walking in the venue, and that day I felt something a little weird. I was walking down the steps, and I kind of felt like, whoa, what's going on here? Seeing something felt a little weird, and I went downstairs and I started giving myself sort of like a little small panic attack, but it went away.
Hmm.
And then the following day, we have a day off, and we're about to go out sightseeing like we always do. And I go, hold on a minute, I'm going to go upstairs and get myself a little quick treat.
Hmm.
And within like 5 minutes of this treat, I don't know what happened, but I was looking at my drummer, Mike, and all of a sudden, he wasn't where he was. I was looking at him like in my old house, and he was holding like two lunch boxes. This is the first vision I see in my head, and I'm like, this isn't right. And everything was in slow
All
motion,
right.
and I run upstairs, and I don't know what was happening. I don't know if I was going into a panic attack, but I knew the treat I had just taken had done a doozy on me. And still to this day, I have no idea what happened to me, but I went into a complete freak out. Um, and I believe whatever I had was laced with something. And for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I'm not sure how long it was, I went into a complete freak out, what some people would call tripping balls. And I saw things I can't explain. I never watched the movie The Matrix, but I was seeing stuff that looked like that. And um, I still to this day, I have no idea what happened. My mother was talking to me. My dead friends were talking to me. I was seeing flashes of my. I've I have no idea what happened. And then I started coming down, and it went away. And I have, for about a year now, I've had little weird, not flashbacks, but just little moments where I'll think about it, and I have to get myself from freaking out. So I still don't know what it was. I got it from a store. I didn't get it from like some guy on the corner. It was in a package. It was sealed. But yeah, it took me to another dimension, and now I believe even more crazier stuff because I've tried to do research on it and try to find out. The closest thing it sounds like is like ayahuasca or mescaline.
Mm.
That's the
Well,
only thing, or just it made no sense because when I would close my eyes, I would see visions of other things, but when I opened my eyes, all I could see was everything in grids, which makes and I had heard all these, been reading all these crazy conspiracy things about the world as a simulation. I saw it as a simulation that day, and I can't get it out of my head now. Every time I see anybody talk about it or say that, I'm like, yep, I think I saw it. I wasn't meant to see it, but I saw it. Um,
Very interesting. Wednesday, I remember when you got home and talking to you on the phone how bad this experience was. It wasn't a good experience.
no.
You had to cuddle Troy and pet his dreadlocks for comfort.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I pulled Troy in and I said, "Do not leave," and I hugged him. I don't know how long. He'd have to ask him what it was, and he knows something. Like I said, I was going from hot to cold. I don't know that my heart was beating out of my chest or anything like that, but uh, I was seeing vision. It was weird because this week is the anniversary of my mom passing, and that was when that happened. And it happened like the day that she passed, and the whole thing and this freak out, she was like talking me through it, but not like, she was sort of guiding me through it, but like not in like a nice way. It was almost like she was yelling at me for things. It was so bizarre. I still can't figure it out. But that's coming up on 1 year anniversary of that.
Left the
So
pot on the stove. Yeah,
yeah.
so
So
many of the things you did.
it
Turn
was weird.
down
But
that heavy metal.
so here's the craziest thing. So I'm seeing all these visions, right? And I'm seeing all these things and like flashbacks of like just I'm hearing, and in the background I'm hearing everything from like GI Joe cartoons and different some literally everything that we talk about is just like I'm hearing it in the background. And all this crazy stuff I've read about over the last 10, 15 years, from aliens to conspiracy theories. I used to tell my mom about it. And one day I was telling my mom about this stuff, and she just goes, "Stop it. You know too much." She did that. Like and in my this experience, I'm seeing all this stuff, and in my brain I'm going, "Oh my God, everything I'm seeing is everything I read about." And I hear my mom's voice go, "I told you, you knew too much."
Mm.
Totally freaked me out even more. It was the craziest experience. I still have no clue what it was, but I took a photo of the stuff, and I'm going to go back to that place I bought it from and be like, "Yo, last year, did you happen to have anybody that went mentally insane over your products?"
They might say that you got that was a good thing, but Wednesday, you and
Yeah.
I both suffer from panic disorder. That's something that we've discussed. Sometimes going out is harder than other times. I think that's one of the reasons why people find entertainment to distract themselves. You know, when you go on
Hmm.
stage, you are not the same guy who is at home. You can be somebody else, but when you have panic disorder and you have anxiety, a lot of people recommend the DMT. I call it Run DMT,
Right.
and
All right. Which I read about this too.
people say that it's great for people with anxiety and that it's going to open up all these things. I am scared as hell. I would never take it. I,
Yeah.
I'm so scared of anxiety as it is. It's like those medicines. They go, got panic disorder? Don't worry, we've got the medicine for you. And then comes 45 seconds of, rectal bleeding, decapitation, amputation.
These are
And
all
I'm
my
like,
song titles, by the way.
yes. At that point, I would just be like, you know what? I'll keep the panic disorder.
So,
So,
so since
aren't you
this has
scared to take
happened,
this?
what was that?
Aren't you scared to take things that might be mind altering?
I don't take anything. Well, I mean, other than my normal stuff. Like I've been partaking in this stuff since my mid 30s. like on a daily basis. And so this was just something normal that I do, and I don't know what happened, but
So the
ever
stuff
since
that
they
you
had,
hold on Wednesday, the stuff
yeah,
that you bought in
hmm
wherever you were, Prague, is the
hmm
same stuff that you get in America?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Now I'm getting even more Yes, right. Okay, and this is a legal product, as you said. So that is definitely even scarier because you're doing something you've done your whole life. You're not
yeah.
expecting to time travel and see Adam
Oh,
West as
no, that's the
Batman.
thing. Like all my band guys came in after I started because I couldn't have anybody in the room. For some reason, I could see Troy, but I couldn't even. Troy wasn't Troy. He was like he didn't look the same. I was. It was like an energy. I could see everybody's like outline. It was the most bizarre thing. And once I got done with it, I was drawing pictures. I was looking up pictures of things and showing some of the guys in the band like this is what I was seeing. They're like, I don't even know what that means. But since then, you brought up the DMT stuff. There's a guy who discovered this, and now it's all over the place, and there's thousands of people who are trying it. But if you take DMT and if you set up a like a level, like a if you were building something, you had like a leveler with a red laser like to put on the wall to draw a line. If you take DMT and you look into a red laser, you will see code, and no one can figure out why this is happening. And they've had thousands of people try this now, and they all see the same thing. If you move the laser, inside that laser is basically what you see in the Matrix with all those numbers. Uh,
Now, let me
and it's
point out, we don't recommend anyone do these
no,
things.
no,
If you know, if something is legal in your state and you partake, that's your business if you're of age. But we don't recommend mind-altering substances that aren't legal because
no.
if there's anything we do, it's abide by rules. You know, my friend Miguel, who's been on the show, my oldest friend, he went to Egypt and did ayahuasca. I think
Oh,
that's where he was, and I have to have him on sometime to talk about it. He doesn't think it's a bad experience, but there's not
no.
a chance in hell
I
that
know
I
a
would
lot
do
of
it.
people haven't done ayahuasca. I've read about it. It sounds like it would be cool, but I would never ever want to do that. And like I said, I've never taken any type of anything outside of the illegal stuff here in Los Angeles. I've never taken anything. I've never done those and I'm terrified to do that. And to go on a trip like that, like it makes no sense. And the
I have
weirdest
a
thing
hard
was,
time just taking a trip to the grocery store, so there's no way that I want
yeah,
to have code in my life.
no.
And
I
then I
mean, I
thought
literally was
about
seeing things that it makes no sense to me. I still can't figure it out. And if I start thinking about it too much, I kind of go back into that zone.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like, all right,
we'll
I got to
change
get
the
out of
subject in a second.
here.
But you know, when I was in high school, the kids enjoyed mushrooms, and then I thought, there's no way you would eat mushrooms. You won't even eat a salad.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
there's no chance. Wednesday, we talked a little bit about, you know, in our private life, we talked about tuna fish this afternoon, and you got a good look at it and decided that you would have all the hot dogs and hamburgers in the world before you would have this tuna fish. It does have a smell and a look. Mayonnaise in
Yeah,
general is not pleasing.
yeah. So the lady ordered a tuna salad, right? And
Mhm.
I was looking at it and I took a picture and sent it to you. And I said to her, I went, like just looking at this, it's enormous. And
It was a lot.
I would turn down like millions of dollars. I would never even eat that. Like, it's just impossible. And I started thinking about the foods that I don't eat that I would eat instead of eating that. Yeah. Oh,
That's a trough of tuna. Yeah.
man, I would eat like four hamburgers to that. Hot dogs with all the fixing.
Last night I was working. You know, if you're on the YouTube, you got to work. This
Hmm
shit isn't easy. If YouTube is easy, everybody would do it. So I was up editing late last night, and I'd have to take a break because I just can't sit in front of the screen. And I was watching Eastbound and Down, and I first heard Fixins, and I
Yeah.
was like,
See.
"Holy
Yeah.
cow, that's where this comes from." Um, boy, that guy Stevie, his sidekick, is one of the funniest characters I've ever seen
He's
in my life.
he's the best. I when I met him too, I told him I was like, your character and Kenny Powers. I'm like I said, I'm a old like we are. We know we love all these old shows. I was like, you're one of the best characters since any of that. Like it's legendary. Stevie Janowski is.
Was he appreciative of it?
Yeah, man, he's super cool. I met him at Manson's party. Manson's in
I saw it.
the last season of that. So yeah, he got to know all of them, and but I was at one of his parties, and I was literally, he knew I was such a fan, and like when he came into the thing, Manson yells across the room, Wednesday, and he's like, I was like, oh shit,
He
yeah,
knows what you
yeah,
appreciate. As I'm
mhm.
watching it, well, again, his character is insane, and the things he's got to do, full nudity and just the craziest wacky, that he puts
Yeah,
himself through, and he's convincing. I mean, he's crazy. As I
yeah.
watch the show, I sometimes find myself rooting for Kenny Powers, obviously. But there's a lot
Always,
of times where I go, this guy's an asshole. I go, there's no way this guy is likable. He's sort of an anti-hero, Archie Bunker or whatever. But then there's
yeah,
other times where you really want him. But they have this thing. Uh, um, some people can't watch shows where awkward things happen. I can't remember what that's called, but I call it douche chills. But it's where
right.
like, and Curb Your Enthusiasm has a lot of those moments. Whenever Larry goes back and goes, you know what? And another thing, and people go, oh no, eastbound and down. Just when you think Kenny Powers is going to succeed, he's going to find a way to screw it up. But so I finished last night on the Christmas episode. They have a Christmas one,
Oh yeah,
and it was like no other Christmas special I've
that part where
ever
he
seen.
yells at his little elf.
Hmm. There's certain lines that stay with me, and in my old age, I'm not remembering as much. But I told you when Deep Roy, the little guy, has the scissors, and he tells him, "Whoa,
Yep.
whoa, watch where you use those scissors."
Yeah.
And then last night, Stevie was going to unlive himself, and they barge into the hotel room, and Kenny Powers says, "Whoa, he's holding himself hostage." I just laugh out loud because it's just so silly. It's almost like Police Squad,
It is.
humor. So,
It's the best show ever. I
but
love
I
it.
do.
I constantly watch it. I'll probably watch it again when I go on tour. I always binge watch all the seasons again, and the whole band will come in and watch it. Go, you watching this again? Then we'll rewatch it. So we'll watch it 2 or 3 times on a tour.
It's a comfort. It's a
Yeah.
comfort show. In just a minute, I'm going to get to everyone's questions and comments because I'm so grateful that people are joining us and that they watch. But I want to talk a little bit real quick about cats because a lot of people have been asking since the last episode, what's up with cats? So a lot of people know I have this cat, which is his name is Kit Kat Catterson the Third,
And
and
you rescued him from outside your apartment building, brought him
yeah,
in, and he wasn't even, which is crazy because he wasn't even like friendly for like a month, right?
maybe even more. Maybe even this morning he wasn't so friendly. But there
Right.
was I live in a little gated complex, and there was a bunch of cats, a litter, I think they call that, of cats, and I just try to walk away because I had just lost my cats when I moved into this place. I had two cats that both passed away, both thankfully old age. Doesn't matter, it's never any easier. My cat Bitsy was probably around 18, maybe even 19, but doesn't matter. I was so crushed and devastated, and it was around the holidays, and I just didn't think I was ready. A lot of people are like, "Look, we'll get you a kitten," and I was like, "I don't think I can do it. I can't handle that feeling of loss again." That cat represented everybody in my life, my relationships, everywhere I've lived, everything in Las Vegas. That cat was part of, and so I just didn't think I was ready. And luckily, I wasn't seeing many stray cats, Brian Setzer included. And so I see these kittens running around, and I go, boy, I hope somebody is taking care of them. They weren't really close to my place, so not much I could do. But then we saw that they were being, fed and things like that. And then all of a sudden they were all gone. And I believe a lot were trapped and released or something like that. I'm hoping a lot these kittens got a home or adopted, but this one little black cat was stubborn and was not going for it. It could not be caught. And there's another guy in our complex who was also feeding this cat, and we were both kind of looking out. But they got these kids, you know, the kids are the worst, and they were going to throw rocks at this cat, and it was an awkward situation to say the least. So we had to get involved, and the kids' parents were very understanding and upset that their little brats would throw rocks. But our cat, the black cat, Kit Kat, he has an eye problem. He probably got into a fight, and so we're not sure how much he can see out of one of his eyes. So Michelle and I started feeding him by first downstairs, then up on the level up to the place, and then we have a camera outside, we have every angle of the house covered for cats, and this or in case we're burglarized. So this cat comes up, and I started putting the food down, and I'll get to the super chat. I see it and I appreciate it. And we started coming in the house, but we couldn't get anywhere near him. We didn't know if it was a he or a she. It's a he. And then finally one day, right around Christmas, Michelle said, I think I could close this door if I sneak around the Christmas tree. And then what do we do after that? We got a cat. Michelle also lost her cat before we began living together. So she was in the same exact state, missing having a pet, but also scared to start over again. So we had the cat. The cat was pretty crazy. But we took the cat to get fixed, and he calmed down with a lot of love and care. We're able to pet him sometimes, and it's been so great having a cat around the house, having a pet. I believe that things like this happen for a reason. That the cat placement system, what's it called? What is it? The cat distribution system. I believe it happens for a reason, and boy, the cat just brings so much happiness. You know, obviously, we've seen your cat scream on the show. Just a living creature around the house with personality, and knowing that you've saved this animal. So we figured that's it. Our place isn't gigantic. We've got 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, you know, but it's not massive, and it's okay. So then all of a sudden, I was out with my friend, and we went toy shopping, and when we were coming home, I see this garbage outside the complex, and I see this cat inside the garbage, and it looked like the saddest cat I've ever seen, and I go, oh my God, what am I gonna do? You know, and I told my friend, I go, I better not tell Michelle. Meanwhile, tell Michelle. I was already planning to get out there. So I come home, I tell Michelle, let's get out there. We got to find this cat. And we couldn't find it. And we were bummed. And we go, okay, well, maybe it's just a stray cat. It wasn't in the complex. Then the next day, we see the cat in the complex, and we bring it some food. Cat was grateful. He hissed at us a little bit, but was grateful. And then the next day, we went to the OC Fair with you, and when we came home, the cat was back out. We got home around 3 in the morning, and we fed it again. And we met a neighbor who said the cat hangs out with his dog. He's not scared of the dog, and that they're kind of buddies. But he said, if you can get it to have cat, if you could take the cat, it would be great. He said, my mother is allergic, and I just can't have it. Otherwise, I would. It's a sweet cat. So third night we go out, and Michelle goes, I think I'm just going to grab this cat. And it was a far distance from where we live. And the cat scratched her up a little bit, but not bad. Let her carry her all the way through a complex. And we get home, we put the cat in the bathroom, and the other cat wasn't thrilled at first. And they're still separated because the new cat, his name is Sylvester J. Pussycat Jr., he's Sylvester did have a son named Sylvester J. Pussycat Jr. And he's black and white. I'll show a picture in a minute. And so they're separated, but we took him to get his shots, and they said he's healthy, and he is the opposite of Kit Kat. He is the nicest cat in the world. He wants to climb on you. He wants to sleep on your head. He is so grateful to be out of the streets. And somebody dumped this cat. There's no question that this cat was in a home. And what I've noticed is either somebody was old, passed away, and then somebody comes and lets this cat out. Somebody couldn't pay the bills and moved and left their cat. This is another thing that unfortunately happens. But the cat was dirty. The cat was malnourished, skinny, and now this is the happiest cat in the world. And we're hoping our two cats will get along. We have a hunch they're going to. That we do this under the door therapy. But anyway, there is
Oh,
Sylvester J. Pussycat the Third, and he is just so cute and so much fun. And I say it makes life that much better. People, or people, as Paul Stanley would say, stink, but
yes.
cats will never let you down.
Animals are just fun. Like I even my little wild animals in the backyard. There's a little. I just send you a video. I posted it on Instagram, but there's a little litter of lizards that have been
Wow.
unleashed in my backyard and around my garage where I hang out. I have a little squirrel feeder. It's a little house that I put squirrels food in, and the little lizards have been living in the house. But there's one that is he's so tiny, and someone's already clipped his tail off. And I see him every. I haven't seen him today, but I see him every day, and he can't get away from me. But he doesn't really try. And I pick him up and I hold him, and then I put him back. But every day I'm finding myself like looking for this. I call him itty bitty because he's tiny. And there's other little lizards, but he's smaller than those, so he's itty bitty. Um, but yeah, so now I've got like a little lizard that I'm like trying to take care of and make sure he doesn't get eaten.
Yeah, no, I get it. All animals, if you can help them. With this cat, we thought maybe we won't be able to get it in the house, but at the very least, the cat will get some food. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Do the best we can to help the cat's life, and that's what started as. Once we realized we had a shot, I mean, who were we to say no? It would be selfish. To know that I've never adopted a cat. I mean, I would, but it's always
Mhm.
been cat distribution. They show up. I got to be honest with you. I don't think I could handle going to a shelter. I would feel terrible. I would take them all. I would go home with
Mhm.
400 cats.
I
I
know.
always think if I could make a little money, I'd like to have a cat sort of treatment place, rescue place where cats
Mhm.
can hang out and live their lives. All right, we're going to get to some questions and comments. And this is Matt. He's kicking it off. Hi, Jason. Hey, Wednesday 13. How is the tattoo doing? This is a good question. Thank you for the
It is.
super chat.
It is healing up. It is the first day that it doesn't hurt like hell. It has hurt pretty bad the past couple days. It's been like sore to the touch, and it's dried up now. I don't have any what we call the goopy areas because in a tattoo there'll be like certain little spots that kind of scab up and like goop up, which is the ink and the blood and stuff like that. And a lot of people, when because I posted all these videos online, and of course, if you read any of the comments, everybody's a tattoo expert and tell you what to do and how to do it. And I don't know why you've got that thing wrapped up, bro. That's bad. You shouldn't do that. And it's like, shut up. Like, this is the instructions I was given. This is what I did for my legs. Everything works. But I've been using this stuff. It's called tattoo armor. And it's like these, almost like a, best thing to explain, it's like a puppy pad, and it's like medicated or whatever, but you can put it on your arm and it just absorbs all of the stuff overnight. So when I take it off, it has like all the goop and all that stuff, and it helps it clear out. So I wear that for like 5 days, and the next 5 days is it drying, peeling. It's just, it looks gross. It doesn't look cool for like a week. It'll look great, and then you got to cover it up, and then it gets all weird and scaly. Then it starts to get dry, and it peels, and it looks like the color looks a little odd. And then once it's all healed up, it's kind of like a snake changing its skin and stuff. It just at the end it turns back all vibrant, but it's like a week or two of just uh moving around and doing weird stuff. So it's been painful, but today's the first day where it hasn't been uncomfortable.
The best reason not to have social media is that you don't have to read about everybody who's an expert on everything. You know,
Dude, it's insane. I have to use Facebook because a lot of venues that I deal with or around the world, they use Facebook to help promote their shows. They'll have you as an ad event thing. You got to
yeah.
add them as a, and it's just if it wasn't for that, I would just get rid of Facebook. It is the most toxic, just cesspool of. I don't understand it. I really don't.
Well, and it's all people living in this pretend universe where they make life look better than it is, or just complain. And I think people, I have therapy. I don't need social media.
It's crazy. It's like I was living on a Wednesday 13 page, and the comments were just insults to me. Like I'm just like, what is happening right here? Like, bro looks terrible. Bro looks anorexic. Bro needs to eat a sandwich. Oh, this guy's stupid. Like it's just like what?
You
And I'm
should
looking at it's
have
like,
to post a picture of yourself before you comment on appearance. I believe that should be a rule. Everybody should have
yeah,
to, before you post, you should have to post a picture.
yeah. Post your picture before you start shaming other people. It's fucking
And your
crazy.
occupation. You know, like if, for example, you are criticizing my interviews, well, let me see your interviews. Maybe I can learn
Mhm.
something. This is Mick C. Horror and Pop Culture. That sounds like a cool name to me and a cool picture. Do you remember Midnight Feature from Vegas? I don't. I feel like I missed out on something. I moved to
Is that a
Vegas.
show or a band?
That's, yeah, you better have to let us know. I moved here December 31st, 1999. It was Y2K because flights were cheap. I had a round trip ticket. I knew I would never use the return. It's nice to see. Well, everybody is positive Wednesday. Do you see that? You see how
Hmm.
nice people are? Uh,
I
we've got
like
a great.
positivity. I used to, I didn't used to be so positive, but I am these days. It's crazy. I didn't think I'd be going into 50 being happy and not being negative, but I'm full of life. I'm happy. I've got so much shit going on, and this weekend you'll hear about my big announcement, which you already know, but
Yeah,
everybody else
that
will hear
passed.
about it this weekend. So I'm excited. I got a big opportunity in front of me, and it's gonna be awesome. So people will hear about that this weekend.
A lot of people are going to get to see more of Wednesday in a different comfort level, I should say, and that's all we can
Yeah,
say. But I think
yeah,
I think if you're a fan of Wednesday, as I am, you're going to be happy to hear this. I actually got to see Wednesday in St. Louis for the first time. I've always traveled to see them. That Dreaming in the Skies. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you being a channel member as well. St. Louis, I have a
yeah.
video up of my St. Louis trip. Came out today. Not a lot of people watching it because maybe Chuck Berry's not popular with the kids, even though he's the father of rock and roll. But talk about a bad neighborhood, Chuck Berry's original home.
Do
You
you
don't want
remember? You
to. Yeah.
remember on the Jerk when he's hitchhiking and he's got that sign, and the guy pulls him over and goes, "St. Louis." He goes, "No, Nathan Johnson."
One of the best. When Michelle lived in Hollywood, I think I've told the story. I lived in Hollywood also 10 years before her, or maybe 20 years before, 30 years, but right in the same neighborhood. But there's a theater over there, and it's called, what's the name of that theater? The
What?
Montalban? The Montalban, I think. The Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo
Anyway,
Montalban?
that is where Steve Martin is sitting on the stairs at the beginning of The Jerk, and he says he was born a poor black child.
I am not a jerk. Oh, I'm a bum.
But that theater is right there in Hollywood. A legendary place. Okay, now I'm up to the part of the show where people couldn't hear me, but I feel like we have that fixed. Fixins. Billy Weeks. I'm trying for the Nashville show. Only a 3-hour drive. Probably do VIP too. Billy, you're gonna like it.
Awesome.
By the way, I'm so happy to see so many new channel members. And I think before the show's over, I'm gonna welcome some new people. And I want to say thank you to people who've been with us. Right now, the longest subscribers, not subscribers, members, channel members, which is how I live. 38 months. There's a few people who've been here for 38 months. How many
Damn.
years is 38 months?
3.
You're quick. You see, you rock guys are quick on the math. Yeah, 3 years, which is amazing. I don't think I've
Simple
often.
math, I'm okay at. Anything else? No, I can. That's how I do tour budgets. I just do mental math. Oh, cool. That's all right. All right, cool. Okay, we can do
We
it. All
have
right.
a celebrity in the audience. Everyone will be begging him to be on their podcast soon. Ryder Be Good. And he is living the life. He's coming off the Tonight Show appearance with Phoebe
Hmm.
Bridgers and now starring in a music video with Marilyn Manson of Eastbound
Over
and
a
Down.
million views already.
Hmm. How crazy is that? I love it.
Hmm.
Love it. I love to see people uh, 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 just get what they, what their dreams, especially kids.
No,
So
it's killer. Like today, I do like a on my Instagram. I do like a Wednesday on Wednesday thing where I catch up with everybody and open up all my presents and stuff. And I get letters every week, and they're from people that are writers' age, like writing me from school and telling me how the music got them through horrible times. And I'm like, you're 12. How do you know what I mean? Like it's just, but it's just crazy how music connects and how I never thought that something I started doing over 25 years ago professionally, 30 years altogether, is people, there's still young people that are discovering it and it's brand new to them and it's awesome. And it's just, that's something that you just never think about, like your music lasting into another generation of people.
well,
You always hope it does, but you never know if it's going to connect. And to see all these young kids write me every week and young kids show up at the show, I can tell they got the X's on their hands already.
yeah.
It's just a cool thing.
The X on the hand is a cool badge, in my opinion, but
Yeah.
it might as well embrace it. Straight edge was a little is strange to me. I could give up drinking. I don't drink at all, and I don't take any drugs. But um, they say you can't have relations in the original straight edge, and I think I'd like to have relations. So
Hmm.
no straight edge for me. What's the band that
Yeah.
created that?
I'm not sure the band that created it, but I know there's a lot of bands that live by it and
There's the
stick
famous
by it.
band. They're from Washington,
Is it?
Washington
I'm,
D.C.
I'm
They
not sure.
toured with.
H2O.
No, they're
Right?
way older. They toured with. Someone in the comments will know. It's not. It's Minor Threat, I think. I think it's Minor Threat.
Uh,
That would make sense too.
yeah.
And
Which is
legendary
crazy.
band.
That's one of the first songs I remember jamming on guitar with my friend. We were trying to learn glam rock songs. We learned Minor Threats. I don't want to hear it because we could play that and we
You
would
can
just
play it.
play it in the garage and drive his mom crazy. It was awesome.
It's there's a great movie documentary about Social Distortion touring on a school bus. It's really great if you can find it. I can't remember the name, but I have it here, and it's really cool. And this is the very beginning of Social Distortion. Social Distortion has different eras. They're like the Taylor Swift of punk rock. I like the 1945 heavy punk, and I like into Sick Boy and those things. Now they have a little bit more of a country rock and roll. I think he's having a hard time singing the punk songs. Mike Ness has had a lot of health issues, but that was a band that in New York City I knew nothing about. And when I got to the West Coast, everybody telling me, Brent Muscat of Faster Pussycat told me too, you got to check out Social Distortion. And when I first saw it, I go, oh my God, this is where Billy Joe of Green Day kind of got his mannerisms and this is sort of where West Coast punk rock was born in some ways. So anyway, I
I think
thought,
do you have a favorite Social D record?
ooh, that's a good question.
I like all their records, but the one that's just the one that kills it for me. It's the best is the White Light, White Heat. That's the one Dean
Yeah,
Castronova played on, which I didn't even know he played drums on it. It doesn't even sound like his drum styling on it. It's weird.
that's a great
Uh,
record, and I
a
didn't
great
realize he was
record.
on it either.
Yeah, I didn't know like, because when his son was in my band, he was telling me all this stuff, and I was like, "You played on that record?" Because it's kind of crazy. There's a couple of songs on that album that I think I subconsciously took the rhythms and made a couple of my songs. There's a song on that record that sounds like my song "Haunt Me," but it's
Really,
not. It's just the rhythm of it. It's
I
just
have to go
got that.
back.
And every time I hear that, I go, "Oh, that's what I was listening to. That's where it must subconsciously something came out of that." So it's just crazy how you'll listen to records and you'll just absorb something in your own way and make something different. You know?
Oh, definitely. I wanted to do this tribute to punk here in Vegas and just play two or three songs from all the greatest punk bands. And so we would open with 1945 every night from Social Distortion. We would play Pipeline, the Johnny Thunders version, into 1945. And then I started to realize that 1945 is also Bro Hymn from Pennywise, which is a great song, but very similar uh, bass and line. But um, I remember I saw Social Distortion and Charlie Quintana was playing drums, who was in Izzy Stradlin and the Juju Hounds. He passed away, unfortunately. But you know, it's amazing that Mike Ness is still out there because we're starting to lose everybody. Let's see here. Wednesday went on a vision quest. That would I'm
Yeah.
going to. I think I went to Vision Quest. It was a movie with Matthew Modine. I think Madonna was on the soundtrack. Um, all right, let me skip ahead. A lot of people have things to say, and I'm trying to get to as many of them as possible. Let's see.
Sean is in the comments. He's hanging out somewhere.
Oh, okay. I might not have gotten there yet. Lisa Clark, been a channel member forever. I have a 19-year-old black and white cat named Cow Pie Kitty with the pink nose. Most affectionate cat I've ever owned. So needy that I had to get him his own cat in the Cow Pie Jr. Love it. That's great. I like long names for cats.
Speaking of
Think
cow pies, do you
yeah.
remember that toy? Did we talk about this? I showed this to the lady recently, and she couldn't believe it was a real toy. And she was like, "That's just something they sold to hillbilly kids." And I went, "Maybe," but I'm pretty
Well,
sure it
yeah.
went nationwide. There's a toy from 1977 called Milky, the cow, and it's a big cow that you could put like milk in it and milk it, and you could feed it milk, and it was made by like Fisher Price or something. Do you remember this toy? It was everywhere. It was at all flea markets. I remember seeing it at yard sales because that's where I got it. But his
You,
name's Milky the Cow. You could look it up. I need one. Anyone out there want to bring me a Milky the Cow?
you, you told me about it, and
Yeah. They were
um,
fascinated with it. I showed the lady and the lady that does our hair, and they're younger. So they were just like, "This is unreal. This is real. That's real." I'm like, "Yes." Milky the Cow.
I think I do remember it now. Milky the Cow became a thing in the year of 1977, a good year for
Mhm.
punk rock, by
That's
the
what I
way.
said. Yeah, I did the
And
math on it. Yeah, there he
yeah,
is.
yeah, this is the marvelous milking cow, Milky.
Yeah, and his
For
little head moves down, and you could put him in the trough. And but
she really
every
drinks
yeah
water.
every yard sale in early 1980s had a Milky laying in a pile of toys, and he would either broken leg or missing his udders. But my parents got it for me, and I don't know. I didn't know what it was. I just had a giant cow next to my GI Joe toys.
After she really drinks water, then moves, and then gives pretend milk. Uh, this is very strange. This is from Kenner, by the way, the people who brought you
Yeah.
Star Wars toys. Um, well, somebody get it. Wednesday, if someone in the audience gets it for you, will you milk it on the show for us?
I 100% milk that cow. You
Okay.
have my
Cool.
word.
Yeah. So let's get that for Wednesday, milking.
Yeah. Bring me a
Uh,
Milky. Somebody with a Milky put a bounty out.
hmm I didn't. I'm looking for Sean's comment, but okay. Deadhead Dave just gifted somebody a membership. Deadhead Dave, thank you so much, and I'm excited for whoever is going to become a new member. Try it for the first time. How come rockers in their 50s look so young? Well, you'll have to ask Wednesday the secret. Wednesday, what is the secret to youth?
It's a lot of maintenance. I don't do any Botox, any type of peptides or Ozempics or any of that stuff. But I have to dye my
Hygiene?
hair. I have to dye my hair a lot. I have to watch what I eat. And I think young. I feel young. I don't feel like an old person. So I think it just kind of reflects how I live. I don't live too hard. I pulled back. I think I was kind of going through my early 40s and late 30s. I was partying hard, and I pulled it back. So now I'm doing good. But a lot of people constantly just they don't believe my age, which is great. Someone yesterday
Yeah.
was like, "You look like you're in your mid 20s. Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah, well, it's a good thing. A rolling a lucky. Unfortunately, when the memberships are gifted, we can't choose who gets them. It's randomly assigned, and you have to have a setting on. So hopefully, you'll get one though. And also, I should point out that members are watching all the videos early, and they are watching them commercial free. So there's that. Yeah, and don't you dare call Ryder cute. That's his record. It's available. Ryder B.
What if I get a bunch of Milky, the cow? What if I get like 5 or 6 of them? I can like start a farm.
Yeah. Well, maybe Sean and I will come over and milk with you. Nothing better than a bunch of guys sitting around milking
Yeah.
cows. Wednesday, are we going to put together chia pets in our personal lives?
I think so because today I was gifted a Chucky Chia Pet.
Hmm.
And not only is it just, it's a double faced Chucky. So if you look there, you'll see he has two faces. So you can chia up the middle of his hair
A
and
lot
you
of
get
people.
happy Chucky. And then the other side, I guess you get mean Chucky. So,
Now, I don't feel like that's something that you have to keep in the box. I feel like
no, let's
you
see
could,
what he looks like. Because I don't think he looks anywhere as cool as your Mr. T. He actually looks pretty awesome just as a little ceramic head.
you know,
Like I could just display this and not have to worry about any
that
chia.
looks that looks cooler.
You could just paint this thing and make it awesome. And you got a tooth, which is kind of like my backwards man trick I pull off on stage.
Yeah, that's right. That's pretty cool. I think that maybe when you're home for a while again, we should
Hmm.
both start growing chia pets and then check in on our progress.
Yeah, I'm up
Because,
for it.
because I do have this. Hello there, fool. I do have this. Look at that strong profile. I'd love to bring this for him to
I told you,
sign.
Hannibal, I ain't putting no chia on my head, Hannibal.
This would be great for him to sign. What kind of
Yeah,
lawn jockey is this, fool? Anyway, but maybe I'll grow a chia pet.
yeah, let's
Chris is
do it.
Chris is watching. Somebody sent me a Masters of the Universe lunchbox. I gotta imagine you have it.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Is it the metal
aluminum.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
is it? I have it. You get it with the thermos. You have is it blue?
it has the thermos. I can't remember if I had that when I was a kid. I'm not positive, but I might have. But anyway, it's nice. I love lunch boxes, but I can't collect them all. It's got to be stuff that I like. I like Welcome Back, Cotter.
I have that
So
lunchbox. I have
that's a
that
cool
one.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool one.
I need the
But
Kiss lunchbox and I need the Land of the Lost lunchbox. That's the two that I really want on my list of, especially the Kiss one. There's a store I saw the other day that had a beat up Kiss lunchbox, and they wanted like $300 for it. And I'm kind of thinking more about $100
hmm
because it was
I
pretty beat up, and I know that was a little overpriced.
well, you have a lot of friends who are experts in that field.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
This is Mixie Horror and Pop Culture. He said it was his band from 2008 to 2012 played the Dive Bar on Maryland Parkway and the former Dive by Walmart. How great! So I played the longest residency in history at the Dive Bar, but it was later than this. The band I worked with, Sin City Sinners, played Dive Bar in like 2007, but I played there, oh, I don't know, like 40 weeks in a row in right before the pandemic, so maybe 18 through 19. And then I did another residency at a place called the Golden Tiki, which is a cool place. I had the longest running punk rock residency there. I always laugh. People don't appreciate things till they're gone. Everyone's like, "When are you going to play again?" I'm like, maybe you should have came out when we did, 40 weeks in a row. The Chuck Berry
I
video.
love whenever I play a town and somebody will write the next day like, "Oh, great photo. When are you coming back to Germany?" And I'll go,
Yeah.
"I haven't even left yet."
Yeah, I'm still here. That's a
Or
big
that's
one.
my favorite thing to do after a show. I play a show somewhere and they'll go, "Oh, it's a great show. So when are you coming back?" I went, "Well, I haven't even left yet.
Um,
So let's wait."
without Chuck, there'd be no AC/DC for sure. Um, when I made the Chuck Berry video, I've been tempted to go visit his old restaurant, which is the restaurant where he hid the cameras in the restrooms. It's now owned by the university, the property. I wanted to see if I could go in and maybe film the bathrooms. They didn't change the pipes. You know what I mean? No one's changing
Right.
a bathroom. It's still there. I wouldn't do it while people were using them, but it's such a part of history. And Chuck Berry is a complicated character. I just didn't think while visiting his grave was the place to talk about his crimes and his controversial life. And I know people get upset, and I always say sometimes you got to remember the music, not the man. And that Chuck Berry is that case. I mean, he was a legend. My friends would go to meet him, and he wouldn't take pictures with people. He would stand there, and his line was, "I don't pose." And
It's like me. I don't eat condiments.
yes, so you could stand next to him, and you'd get a picture. One time he was sitting on a bench by the airport, and my friends all sat down next to him on the bench. He was kind of like laying down, and he said, "I don't pose," but you could sit next to him, and he would just look. And he was infamous for just bringing his toothbrush, a little bag when he traveled. He'd get on a plane, get on stage, play with a pickup band, leave, and he wanted cash. One of the stories I didn't tell was that he insisted that the cash become new from the bank. He wanted the notes on the money in order. And somebody said, "Chuck, when you get the money fresh minted like that, it's hard to separate while you count," because he would count every penny, but he wanted the numbers in sequential order. And he said, "I've been ripped off my whole life. And if this is something I can control, I'm going to." And he was a fascinating guy, but I wanted this video just to show his home. It's a landmark. It's a registered landmark. He wrote Johnny Be Good and Maybelline and Up in the Morning, Out to School. He didn't write My Ding-a-Ling there, though. But it's just empty. And the neighborhood, I guess, is so bad you can't put a museum in. Who knows? But it's still intact. And then his grave is fascinating. I also show two legendary St. Louis baseball players who are also buried in that cemetery. So that's my St. Louis. As far as going up the St. Louis Arch, Wednesday, have you gone up the St. Louis Arch?
Ain't doing it. I don't like heights.
4 people sit in I haven't done it either, by the way. 4 people, right? It might be even more. You sit in a little like Star Trek cartridge, and then you can't stand up, so you have to get in a little like hover, and then how many? 5 people. So 5 people. I have a hard time picking 5 people I want to get into a car with, more or less.
Yeah.
A hover thing, and then it shoots you up to the top. Clark Griswold said it best when the kids said, "Oh, great, can we go up?" No, as he's driving by, and that's what I did. I saw it passing it. I can't do it. My fear is not the height being up there. I mean, a little bit, but it's more being stuck in that thing with dummies. That's
Yeah.
the fear of dummies is a big. It's very real. Hold on. I've been following the thing with 2 heads for 6 years. Wow, Sean's been doing that long. I guess he said starting COVID.
Right.
I know I've been following Jason for at least 3, and it's been a great ride. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate that. And the man of the hour himself, Sean Clark, is right there. Minor Threat. I knew Sean would know, but at least we got it right. Somebody said Fugazi. That was a cool band too. Waiting Room. That's another great bass line. All-time great bass line. Waiting Room. But Fugazi, I think Bob Mould was in Fugazi, I think. And he had some great solo records. But anyway, a lot of smart punk rockers in the crowd. And Fugazi was big on.
Was Bob Mould, was he in that? Or was he in Husker Du?
Oh, that's it. He was in Husker
Right.
Du, and then he was in Sugar, which is also really good. And then he was in And he has a solo band that's really good. I saw them here in Vegas. Maybe 30 people went to see it. But yeah, no, that's right. He's Husker Du. Um,
I
there's
remember
Matt.
there was a Wayne's World MTV special, and they were talking about bands that sounded like diseases, and they were like Husker Du, more like Husker Don't. And they were like, ew, Iggy Pop, ew, it's like something in your drink. Ew. Yeah, it was all Garth doing all that. It was hilarious.
Ace Von Johnson played with a later version of Minor Threat. That's wild. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, Minor Threat, strong, straight edge. But Ace Von Johnson's having relations. He's not. But I don't think they're straight edge anymore. I think people grew out of that. Another State of Mind. Thank you. That's the name of the movie. It's also a Social Distortion song. Another State of Mind. I recommend that movie. I have it on DVD. I did member and Patreon on Sunday. Curious on that too. Jason Holstein. Jason, I'm glad you're watching because you are one of the top tiers, and I'm going to read it in a second. We got to find some gifts for people. That's what I've been saying. Got to find some rewards for the people who stayed here. I was going to tell you something. Someone said the mentors. The mentors were far from straight edge. I talked to Steve Broy on my show. One of the craziest interviews I ever did. Did you see that one Wednesday?
I don't think so.
I don't think you're going to see anybody else interview that unless they think I got a lot of views. But Steve Broy was in the mentors. He's the last original member. El Duce was obviously the famous one hit by a train.
Mhm.
Steve Broy kind of said that all of that was made up in my interview, but he was indulging in cannabis throughout the interview. I heard later that he was having some health problems. He was going to get me a hood. You know, they wear hoods, executioner hoods, not the other hood. And I was joking about coming out and playing a song with them and just wear the hood. I don't know how many original members, but I thought that would have been a great video. But I haven't really talked to any of those guys in a while, but I would like to. I just don't know if I want to play a show at their mountain. Are you familiar with what the name of the mountain is?
No.
I'll tell you later. But I just
Yeah,
don't know.
I kind of knew of the mentors when I first started doing my band Frankenstein Drag Queens. They were playing the same venue, and that was one of the only places where they could get booked. And I ended up doing some prank phone calls with El Duce. We were calling through this dude we
Wow.
knew, and yeah. So when I first heard he died on the train tracks, I literally thought it was the venue that we played because it was right beside of the train tracks. But yeah, I remember. I don't know if we played a show with them. We were supposed to. Maybe we did. But I was also talking about going on Jerry Springer with El Duce and some
Mhm.
other guy and faking a whole story with my band. And they had a band called the Spoits, Spoits, that were connected with the mentors. And the guy in that band was getting people booked on Jerry Springer. We were trying to go on there and start a huge fight. And he goes, well, we might have to punch each other, but you know, you get really good press. I'm like, that's cool. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was my goal to get on a talk show, and I almost got on Jerry Springer, and I got booked on Jenny Jones, and it got canceled like 2 days before. So I was almost there, almost there.
Nice. Yeah, Johnny Monaco was on Jenny Jones. It's from Chicago, and so he's a
Mhm.
local. He was on with the Enough's Enough, a really good lineup of Enough's Enough too. But anyway,
You know what's weird? We told everybody we were going to be on Jenny Jones. 'Cause we had it booked, and we went on this tour, and it was going to be Halloween. We're going to be on the Jenny Jones show, and we told everybody, and it never happened. But there are people that I have met to this day that tell me, "Oh man, I saw you on Jenny Jones. That was crazy. That's how long I've been listening to you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That was a crazy experience for us." They're convinced that we played on it. It's like a Mandela effect.
definitely a Mandela effect. You know, I should go do a video from the train tracks where El Duce was struck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's been done, but uh, people like to see different things. This is Matthew, and look at this, 10 jewels. That's a gold coin. I just got a gold coin.
What?
I don't know what that means, but I think it's good. Let's look it up.
10 jewels. What does that mean?
I'm going to cut you in. I don't know. Maybe Matthew's a jewel thief.
Today, I received in the mail some crow jewels. It's jewels you leave out for crows that only they can see, and they'll pick them up as gifts and bring you back presents. So I'm going to start communicating with crows in the next week or so.
I like that. I'm a
Just
fan.
so you know.
It says here that on YouTube, 10 joules typically represents a small balance or a specific incremental cost related to joules. That didn't answer anything. Which is a virtual
Hmm.
digital currency used by viewers to buy and send gifts to creators during live streams or to hype videos. Well, I'm a fan of hype. That's a new thing now. You got to hype the videos. I'm sorry, I have to ask everybody to
What
do
does that
something.
even mean?
I don't know what's causing all this. And When
I
people
was, yeah.
when you watch a video, you click the hype button. After you like it, you can hype it, and I guess you get a certain amount of points. Maybe it helps. I mean, my videos are doing very well. They're very hyped. It says here viewers buy bundles of jewels, for example, 50 jewels for around 99 cents, up to larger packs using real money. And then you can send them virtual gifts, sometimes starting as low as 10 jewels to support creators, and then payouts. Okay, so I want to know when we're getting our jewels. I would cut Sean in, but he's not here right now. I know Sean is big on jewels.
Hmm.
Uh, um, Not the country singer from Alaska. She's not a country singer. I don't know what she is. Anyway,
Should
uh,
be.
yeah. When creators receive gifts, they are converted into rubies. This is like some crazy shit
Man, this is turning into some Castlevania stuff.
for the streamer. And when you get 100 rubies, you get $1. All right. I mean,
That's like Spotify payouts.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
It sounds pretty low. Sounds like a lot of
listen,
work.
Matthew, I'm grateful. If everybody else wants to do it, we'll all do it together. Listen, we could be, you and I could be jewel heisters. We could have more rubies. Um, I know I got a lot of subscribers. Maybe I could be the king of rubies. I don't
Hmm.
know. Anyway, this is Greasy Nuts. Greasy Nuts likes to send old-fashioned cash. Uh, Obsessed with FDQ. All
Oh,
right. Wednesday, FDQ. What is that? One of your records?
that is my band, Frankenstein Drag Queens. That's the
Oh,
short
right.
name of people. It's like STP. People don't say Frankenstein Drag; they say FDQ.
Right.
So that was the old band.
Well,
Well,
he's
they say
looking to
there
it nonstop. He ordered a T-shirt. Do you sell those T-shirts?
there are some Frankenstein Drag Queen shirts on the 13 clothing site. Yes, several.
Okay. Is there any
And
chance the Confederate Crusader will appear on the Wednesday 13th map?
I don't think that's good for these days. I don't think that'll. It was
No.
frowned upon back then to have anything around you like that. We basically had our friend who had a rebel flag costume, literally like Dom DeLuise's outfit in Cannonball Run. He's Captain
Hmm.
Chaos. We had the Confederate Crusader, and he was like a superhero. And when we first started playing shows, we would have him come on stage and play a song with us. And we did it several times, and we used to go with the story. This is our father, and he's going to join us on stage. And because I'm very proud of all my daughters here tonight. And we would go into our 1976 song. We had a whole story that we came from Planet 13, and he was the leader of the planet. And it was just a goofy thing that we did, but I don't think that'll ever happen again. And most people that see that photo are very confused if they see a picture of us and him.
Yeah, that's interesting. The Confederate flag has been a hot topic, or it was. I think it's over now. But I went to a place called Cooters. Everybody loves Cooters. It
Hmm.
was in Tennessee. That's usually a good spot to go if you're looking for Cooter. And Ben Jones played Cooter on the Dukes of Hazzard. He was a liberal guy and a politician at that, but he did not believe in canceling the Confederate flag, especially in uses on TV shows like the Dukes of Hazzard. You know, and in his store he sells Dukes of Hazzard's memorabilia that has the Confederate flag on it. And it's an interesting point. I think sometimes when you rush to cancel, I'm not saying we should endorse things, but when
Hmm.
you rush to ignore things, I feel like you're just tempted to bring it on again. Yes,
Hmm.
Traveler of Thailand workbook. That is Bob Moore's solo acoustic album. It's really good, really good. Little Light. That was the big hit. See Little Light. Does my mic sound low? Is it still low? How is this possible?
I don't know. You sound exactly the same to me.
And I haven't changed anything. I mean, what's
Mhm.
causing all this?
What's causing all this?
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm going to try to raise my volume. Well, hold on. settings. Edit mic settings. Is that it? Here, I'm going to raise my volume. They won't let me. It has echo cancellation off, automatically adjust. I have automatic adjust. Should I turn it off and make it louder?
About this.
I don't know how to use this.
Yeah, everyone says your mic sounds fine. I think it just could be the person. I don't know. I don't think it's everybody. It says sound fine, sounds fine. So I think it could just be the person. Unfortunately, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like.
Yeah, everyone else says it sounds fine. Sounds good. Don't sweat it. So don't worry about it. I think you're
All
good.
right. I feel like I could sing Ferris Bueller. You tore your dress. What all right, let's see. Yeah, Fugazi's waiting room based.
Malfunction says Jason's sound is low.
Oh, if he says it, then it's got to be true. Hold on.
And then the one
All
says,
right.
no, it's low. So this says it's good. Better now. Wednesday sounds loud. Jason sounds low. I think maybe I just talk loud.
Yeah, but if Sean says it, I mean, Sean is a world-renowned broadcaster.
He's an audio analyst.
He is an audio analyst. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's very busy getting ready to travel, which I get. This is a busy time of year for him.
He's probably packing and listening to this. I'm topping her going, no, it's this. That's not right. Shut up. That's wrong. It's minor threat.
Yeah, no, he was quick. He was the first.
He
one.
is. He knows. He knows his stuff.
He knows. Yeah. I love Johnny Monaco's new song. Have you all heard it yet? Check it out. I have heard it. I heard it when he was working on it. His new song. He's had it around for a little while. It's very good. It's on YouTube if you want to hear it. I sent it to Wednesday to listen to. Did you?
I don't think I listened to it. I saw you send something that I've been busy, and I don't think I saw your earlier message. But that's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out.
You'll go back and you'll give it a listen. Wednesday you're going to be on tour, and I'm lining up some co-hosts because you and Sean will both be busy for a little while, and then we'll all be back together. And I'm sure you'll check in from the road, especially in the United States. But I am lining up some fun people in. Sean is in. Now, what does that mean? He probably said this an hour ago. I'm so far behind.
Sean just said send him a link for joining
Oh,
just now.
all
No, he
right.
said he'll send him a link. He'll jump in. He says.
Good. I would like to see.
While you do that, let me see your sound settings.
Okay. Sean heard that there was rubies involved. He's like, well, son of a bitch. They got rubies? I'm coming. Hold on. He's working on the fair video.
Mm-hmm.
Let's text Sean. We have our group chat, and then we have our individuals. I'll send it individual. I have a sound engineer here right now who is working on this. You want to see a picture of Sean with Nick the Dick?
From Bachelor Party?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah. All of our friendships and texts, I don't think he minds that I share this. Sean's kind of an open book. Look at that tan.
Damn.
Right? Look at that fucking tan.
I can't even see he just looks like a hot dog from here.
It would have been great to get a hot dog bun signed, but that looks like the Beverly Garland. Sean will confirm that. But okay, Sean, I sent you the link. My sound engineer is working right now to fix it.
Somebody who said that it was low, tell me if Jason is any louder.
The sound engineer would like to know if it's any better. They are working around the clock on the settings. I mean, I could just talk into the thing the whole time.
Better?
Yeah, people are happy to see you.
Oh, me and my...
To the top of your
Yeah.
head, yeah. Chris Farrell
The
says
volume is better. And that picture of Nick the Dick, he looks like he's burnt, someone says.
Thank you, Wednesday. Oh yeah, that's where you do it. I mean, we can boost it if we need to, or we could reduce the background noise. That thing. See it? Yeah. And then if we want to, we can raise it on our own right here. Take that off so it's not automatic, and then raise it. I don't mean to tell you how to do your job.
Wow.
All right, that's good. Is it better?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
All right. Well,
Yes, you sound better.
Let's bring in Sean.
Someone says, "Put the mic inside of you."
Oh, there he is. Sean
Hi.
with sporting a haircut. I
Just
see it
got
right
my
away.
haircut today.
Yeah. How often do you have to cut your hair, Sean?
Tell us.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Every 6 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sean's got an echo.
He does?
Yes.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, I hear it bad.
Who's it
What
coming
is-
through?
What's causing all this? All right, hold on.
I only
Even
do
your-
professional podcasts. I'm out of here.
I know. What the hell?
Says there's an echo with Sean. Sean has feedback. Echo. Macho Grande.
I think my
Pull out of there,
sound
Striker. You're going too low, Striker.
Hold on, I'll figure it out. I think my sound engineer might have brought up the volume. Hold on.
Striker.
I get my hair cut once a year, maybe, and Johnny Monaco cuts it.
I'm guessing that it's like every 6 weeks. 6 to 8
Whoa.
weeks.
You sound like Chuck Norris in the Octagon, where everything's
6 to 8
echoing.
weeks. 6 to 8
Michelle,
weeks. 6 to 8 weeks.
We've given Sean has an echo now. What did we do?
It's so crazy. You literally sound like Chuck
Echo.
Norris when he's talking
Echo.
about his brother.
Echo.
You got to whisper
Echo.
again.
He
I'm trying
sounds
to make
fantastic.
it continue.
He sounds
he does.
fantastic to me. Oh, you hear it? Okay.
Well, that's what happens when you turn the.
Yeah, my volume is.
Michelle, yay!
She's gonna fix. It sounds like Michelle's on the Muppet Show. She's gonna fix it. Hold on.
Whoa, you got like reverb and everything going on.
Hold on. Turn this on back to
I
automatic.
want some reverb. I want my voice to sound cool like that.
All right, hold on. And then you could probably keep the reduced background noise on. All right.
We should do a show where we all bring a bunch of pedals and hook it up to our voices and just mess with our voices the whole time and just have robotic talk.
And act like it's normal. We got to get
Yeah.
Sean a chia pet so he can get in on the growing.
You probably
of
got a chia pet. You probably got more than one chia pet, I bet.
No.
No T-beds.
What?
Someone's got to send him a chia pet. How is it sounding to everybody?
Sean, talk now. See if you're echoing.
Hello.
Yeah, you still got a little echo. You're like got a little tap delay on your mic.
Sounds good to me.
I don't hear an echo.
Echo.
Yeah,
I hear it.
I hear it.
I think it's coming through Wednesdays.
Oh,
Are you
is there-
watching this back on something?
I have my volume down on everything, and I'm just watching on my phone like normal. So yeah, I don't have any volume outside of anything picking
Are
up.
you using earbuds?
Mm-mm.
That's how you turn down Wednesdays, right?
Yeah, but Wednesday's all right. There's still an echo. All right. Well, we're gonna figure it out now.
It's a cool echo though, Sean. I gotta say, it's not like a. It's pretty cool. It makes you sound like Darth Vader, like you kind of like got like a Cobra voice, or like Zartan. Got a little bit of chorus on your voice.
By the
Sean,
way,
Yeah.
you'd be very happy to hear I watched Masters of the Universe.
And-
Oh. Well, Sean, first maybe come back in, log out, and come back in. Well, that's a tease that they call in the industry. But we're going to hear Sean's review of Master Universe. But let's see if we can fix his audio.
How do I do that? How do I log out? I'll just turn it off.
Turn it off.
Bye.
Okay.
All right.
He'll be back. Now, I think we're getting too much volume from here, and it's coming into my microphone over here.
You need to call Schneider to come up from the.
Yes. Schneider would fix it all. I think my microphone does not need to be that close to this speaker. And let's hope. We've had echo on Sean once or twice before, okay? And I'm excited to hear. I think he's going to say he liked it.
Yeah, it's #1 on Amazon for 2 weeks now. It's
I noticed that. I think that's kind of bullshit, though. I think it's like it's the only thing that they have, so it's #1. But
maybe, I don't know.
all right, when he comes back, any comments here? Okay, here we go. We're going to welcome back Sean Clark.
Is the echo here?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, a little.
I'm looking around.
I was going to say that All right.
Oh, hello.
It's still got a little
I
delay,
was
but it
doing some
doesn't sound
ventriloquism there. Like that, pretty good, right?
it's not as bad, but it's there. It just makes you sound like you got like a little bit of delay on your on a microphone. Like yeah, it's not bad.
All right. Usually people have a lot of things to say, but today, nothing.
Did you show the Nick the Dick photo? Is that why I heard you make a comment?
Yes. Yeah. When I was looking for your number to text you, that was the last thing that was in our text, and I said, I don't think Sean will mind showing it. Is that the Beverly Garland?
Yeah.
How crazy. I was probably there and not smart enough to get that photo because I don't think he's
How
been
could you
seen
miss
since.
that guy? Come on, look at him.
True.
I mean,
Well,
even
all right.
Trump would go, "That's too much orange." Okay, quite frankly, too much.
All right. Well, Sean still has an echo. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Guess I could just leave.
What?
I don't hear his echo.
Yeah. Michelle does not hear the echo. Wednesday,
There's
you hear it?
yeah, I hear it, and people in
I
the
hear it.
comments are saying it.
Well, anyway, I want to. So, the Masters of the Universe movie was a big discussion on this channel for quite some time, and people were wondering, could it be any good? Because the Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe movie was terrible, and most reboots of He-Man have been terrible. Kevin Smith, spoiler alert, killing He-Man in the first episode of his cartoon. We were wondering, could this movie be enjoyable? Now, Sean is a couple years older than me and a couple years older than Wednesday. And he said that He-Man wasn't as big a part of his youth. So he was wondering if somebody who's not a diehard would still like the movie. Wednesday saw it first. He liked it. I saw it. I really liked it. And we highly recommended it to Sean. And he finally watched it. Sean, what did you think?
I thought the opening. Yeah, I'm hearing the echo too. It's even bothering me. But the opening until he got to Earth was lame. I was kind of like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. But once he got to like regular
Eternia.
Earth or whatever, it started getting funny and I did quite enjoy it actually. But I thought to myself, would a He-Man fan be offended by this movie? Because they really just fucking make fun of He-Man, the whole universe of He-Man. I would think as a diehard He-Man fan, I'd be like, that's kind of fucked up, man. You know, it's not like a serious He-Man movie. It's almost everything is poking fun at everything, which I found hilarious. But Wednesday, did you take any offense to some of the jokes?
No, not at all. I think that's what it needed to be done when you got dudes running around in loincloths and stuff. You got to kind of make a little bit of the joke because the He-Man cartoon was just laughable. I mean, when you go back and watch it, it's cool, but like that cartoon just didn't represent, in my mind, the what I thought the figures were. So the movie
Well,
just
Fisto. I mean,
yeah.
you have to make fun of Fisto, who says, "I'm going to fist." You know.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I haven't watched it since I went to the theater. I think I'm saving it. I know it'll be on the airplane probably, so I'm gonna watch it on the way to England again. But no, I wasn't offended by it or anything. Nothing bothered me. The only person I didn't like in that movie was his roommate. I think they could have got rid of that guy and just never used him at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
That was probably the.
I thought the designs, the creature designs, you know, were really cool. Like the Trap Jaw looked really cool. Moss Man looked cool. Even Ram Man, you know, they all looked good.
They made
I
some
was
of the
surprised.
goofy figures that were not so cool. Like Fisto was never that cool to me, but he kind of was cool in the movie. You know what I mean? They made him and Mechaneck. You know, he was kind of okay as the figure, but the movie he's cool. You know, which
And
I
thought
got
it was
I got a
funny how-
Mechaneck today.
How they kind of made the excuse for the names, you know, by
Yeah.
making it like it was a little kid that came up with them, you know.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I didn't
I
even
got-
know that character existed till I saw the movie.
My store
Yeah,
has like 1,000 of that figure. That's the one that's not selling very well.
Now I got this today too from Australia. I don't remember seeing this one anywhere.
I
Is that
haven't
just
seen
a-
that one.
Wow.
So I don't know if he's a different one, but yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm watching for the clearance sale. I like that it felt like watching Flash Gordon. You know, now that you've seen
A
it, it
lot.
definitely has a lot of, and then the Queen song.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of Highlander references. The Queen
Mhm.
song from Highlander, the Highlander joke. You
See,
know.
I
Yeah.
don't know Highlander that way, but I know a lot of comments I read talked about that. So I guess anyone that liked that liked it as well. But for being the Flash Gordon diehard I am, that's all I could notice. That's why I think I liked it so much. It was just like, wow, this is He-Man and Flash Gordon smashed together. How could I not like this?
Wednesday has a halo right now, and that is true. There's a,
Whoa, I
let's see,
do. I do.
illuminated.
It's
Halo.
from my window. Look at that.
By the way, your straight edge question, yeah, about the minor threat. And then some people were saying Fugazi, but that's
No, Minor
Ian.
Threat.
Ian was also in Fugazi, the same
That's the
singer.
confusion. Okay.
Yeah, that was his band after Minor Threat.
Did you see Minor Threat? You must have.
I'm sorry?
Have you seen Minor Threat?
No, that was
Oh.
a little before my straight edge time. Unfortunately, never got to see them.
Yeah, it was before my time as well. But that movie, Another State of Mind. Have you seen it, Sean?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a cool movie of that, of traveling at that time in a school bus. Let's see here. I saw people mentioning Chris Holmes. Very sad. Chris Holmes suffered from cancer, and I believe he has prostate cancer. That is treatable. I haven't really, depending on how early.
Chris Holmes has prostate cancer?
Yeah, they announced that this week. I guess he had throat cancer in 2022 and beat that. And now they just announced that he has prostate cancer. So I think his wife started a GoFundMe or something to handle bills and things like that. He's
We got to get
receiving
that private
treatment in
signing
France.
going.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Seriously, help him raise money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean, we'll talk about. I'll set it up because that would be good. He's a nice guy. Sad, and his wife is a nice woman. They're nice people, and I've known them for quite some time. I worked with Chris before on some projects, and sad. Hopefully they got it, and hopefully he'll beat it. I have not really followed the story that much, but hopefully they're going to catch it.
I don't think they've said a whole lot. I think it literally just came out yesterday. I think that's when I heard about it. So
A lot of men have been scared to get the prostate exam with the finger, but now it's a blood test, and people should realize you just
Really?
get a blood test. Yeah, no more fingers. But Johnny Ramone was sort of one of these guys who didn't want to go to the doctor and didn't want to get that exam, and he waited way too long, and it's what killed him. And there's a lot of sort of macho guys or whatever out there that don't want to do this, but a prostate exam is a blood test. I mean, look, I don't want to go into a health thing about this country, but everybody should get a scan every year. It should be included with being an American citizen. Your body should get a scan. We would catch so many things and save a lot of lives. But of course, that doesn't help the medicine industry or the doctor industry. Curing is not a big thing. Maintaining, that's where it's at. You got AIDS? I got a medicine for you, and it's only going to cost you this much money. But anyway.
And we obviously lost Lou from Sick of It All this week from cancer
Yes.
as well. That was just such a bummer.
Yeah, that when I was growing up in New York, Sick of It All was huge. I mean, everybody at the beginning of the hardcore scene, and yeah,
I saw that. I always see that guitar player. So like everywhere I traveled, I kept seeing him. The guy with the blonde hair.
Pete, his brother. That's his brother.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of the times we start to hear these things, and I mean, I know I go, oh my God, I hope I don't get that. It's scary, and we're losing people left and right. When I go to these cemeteries, you look at graves and you see people, a lot of people who died young. You see pictures of the people. I'm making videos about celebrities, but I do stop to pay respects to other people, and I find it interesting. Some people find celebrity cemetery culture to be morbid, but I think it's a nice thing to remember people. All different people. You know, if I have to step over someone's grave, I say excuse me. And but you're seeing people dying at all ages and all causes, and the cliche that you got to live life every day is not so cliche. It's true. If you
Yeah.
got a dream, or you got a plan, or you got something you want to do, today's a good day to start. I know people all the time say, I got to call the doctor. That's one I hear a lot. Got to call the doctor. Well, call him today. Get on, get on the phone and call. Go and see it. The news will be worse if you don't go. So not to preach. I mean, I'm getting my Invisalign at 51 years of age. I'm going to be wearing this thing for 2 years. But I felt like, you know what? I haven't wanted to smile in a long time, and do it. Go out.
It'll change your world. I mean,
Yeah.
I that's the one coolest thing I did for myself last year was do that. So it definitely makes a difference. It's worth the trouble. So do it.
Yeah, definitely do it. Visiting any grave is a good thing to do. I want to point out that a lot of people who watch these cemetery videos say, why do the big stars have such boring graves? And that is because Catholic cemeteries and the Jewish cemeteries, and a lot of old cemeteries, there's a rule, and you can only have a certain size plaque. And so that's why you would think Bela Lugosi should have the craziest thing, or Sharon Tate, but that's why those cemeteries only have that. That's why Hollywood Forever is becoming the pop culture cemetery, and more people are moving there, or having their remains moved from other cemeteries, because now you have giant Burt Reynolds statues, and it's kind of cool. I
The
like
Howie
it.
Pyro grave, I was really surprised that it was as cool as it is. Like I mean, not that the guy doesn't deserve it. I just wasn't expecting that. That's pretty fucking insane. His grave.
From what I heard, Linda Ramone helped, Johnny's wife. She helped to get that together, and it's great. I mean, it's not about making this big scene. It's about people who come and want to sit and pay their respect and remember someone. Some of the best advice I ever got, I think it was from Kip Winger, was death is for the living. When you're gone, you're gone. But it's the people who are alive who have to remember you. And sometimes it's nice to have a place to do it. And it in this new culture of social media and YouTube, death doesn't go away either. We're reminded of the anniversary. We're reminded of this picture, and it's hard. Sean, you've lost so many people in the last couple years, and you just see it, and it's like, wow, it's tough.
Yeah.
Johnny Ramone has a big grave. It's actually not his grave. He's not buried there. It's a cenotaph. His ashes are with his wife. But as I said with Sean before, me and Sean were going to visit locations when we were kids. I was visiting cemeteries when I was a kid. I never thought I would be sharing it with people in videos. Let's see here. I'm trying to get through these questions. Well, anyway, everybody take care of yourself, and glad you're doing that for yourself. I wore Invisalign for 2 years. It was worth it. Great. Well, that's what I'm going to be in for, two years. But you do things for yourself. It's more for me. I should have taken care. I was ashamed to go to the dentist. I felt like, I let it go so long, and they're going to be mean, and they're going to insult me and smack me around. And
I'm not even really scared of the dentist anymore. I'm still scared of the doctor, but I'm not scared of the dentist. So, but going to the dentist and going and getting these tattoos and stuff all in the past year has definitely eased my mind a little bit from that kind of stuff. So that's a
I had
good
a
thing.
bad experience with a doctor when I was a kid with a blood test. He was very old, and the doctor retired like a week later. But when he was drawing my blood, his hand was shaking and just tore, and blood went everywhere. And the rest of my life, I thought every one of those experiences was going to be terrible. And I always said, please never let me get diabetes, because there's no way I could survive all these blood tests. And then I got type 1 diabetes. And I got to tell you, now I go and I have to give blood all the time, and I barely notice it. I psych myself up, but it's nice when you get somebody who's got a good bedside manner. Every now and then you get somebody who knows how to chat you up, but it's better than the alternative. There's always some reason to kick around. Let's see here. Hey, Jason, I found your channel from your Michael Olivieri interview. That's a cool one. Big Leatherwolf fan. And now I see Sean Clark on here.
Anyway,
What are the odds? That's a good one. That is a good one.
I love Leatherwolf.
It's
Yeah.
funny because the echo on your voice made it sound like you had a effect on your microphone when you did that. So it was almost like a tap delay.
You know,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
man, I saw Leatherwolf back in '85, and then the last time I saw them was before Michael quit the band,
Mhm.
and that was at Lit's old bar, sidebar in Fullerton. They played with Odin.
Wow.
That was probably 10 years ago,
Yeah,
maybe
okay.
8 years ago, something like that.
The first time I saw them.
And the Lit guys went up and did Shining Love with Odin. It was pretty rad.
It's great. First time I
It's
saw
funny
them.
because back when I was friends with them before Lit was big, me and AJ and Jeremy both nerded out on Odin together. So they've been fans like since the 80s as well.
That's wild. Yeah, I saw Leatherwolf in 2000. A place in Vegas called Pinky's that's no longer there, but it was a really cool spot. And it was the original Triple Axe Attack. We still had, actually, that was pretty much the original lineup. The bass player does backline in Colorado, and whenever we would have gigs in Colorado, I would see him like setting up the backline. Michael's been on the show. Dean Roberts was on the show. That was a strange interview. He basically,
I watched that one.
yeah, Sean, I edited a lot out. He called me and asked me to take a lot out, but I said, and I usually don't do that, but I said, I love this song and that song. And he's like, I hate all those songs. I mean, that's basically where it was going. I hate all those guys. I hate all those songs. And it reminded me of a drummer that was in a band in the 80s who's known for being a jerk. It felt like that when I was talking to him. You might have heard of the guy. But that's another subject. But anyway, yeah, it reminded me of that. And he was nice enough afterwards, but we had different ideas of what Leatherwolf should be. When I was a kid, my friend gave me a couple cassettes in 1987. He gave me Faster Pussycat, the first record, and he gave me Street Ready by Leatherwolf. And then I worked my way backwards. But I thought Leatherwolf was one of those bands that just totally didn't get, they should have been bigger. It's one of those ones. I thought a band called Fifth Angel. Do you know that band?
I remember the name.
They did the Howard Stern Channel 9 theme, the TV show, Howard Stern TV show.
Really?
They did the theme, but it's another great metal band that just didn't get recognition. Ken Mary was the drummer who was in Alice Cooper's band and a lot of other. He's been on the show too.
Now he's in Metal Church.
Right.
David Elfson is in Metal Church now.
It's crazy, yeah. It's
Okay, yeah, we were talking to him about it in Arizona Wednesday.
Yeah.
Paul. That's the drummer.
I was gonna say, do you remember when the bass player Leatherwolf ended up playing for Stryper for a minute? And he I think he recorded "To Hell with the Devil" with him. And the band photo that's on the back of the album had him originally, and then Tim came back to the album and they replaced him. So it was never released. That picture's out there, the original picture, but the album has Tim Gaines on it.
That's incredible. Yeah.
What about Chris Gaines? Garth Brooks' alter ego.
No. Garth Brooks is the alter ego of Chris Gaines. I'm sorry.
Right. Sorry. Either
Chris
way,
has been carrying that Garth guy for years.
It's funny.
Someone called me Chris Gaines recently. I took it as a compliment.
Hell
Yeah, Danny Elfman on tour. I want to go see him. He's playing the Cosmopolitan here, I think that's where he is. But I want to go. Tim Gaines was in and out of so many bands. Yeah, I always thought Tim Gaines would be a good guest on the show.
He was in and out of Stryper many times.
Yeah.
So great
He's
bass
still out
player,
of
though.
Stryper.
He's still. I don't think they're bringing him back.
I don't think so either.
Now that I think they love. Was it
Perry.
What's his name? Perry.
Firehouse
Richardson.
Perry.
Yeah.
He's
That
he-
guy Terry ran a club in Myrtle Beach that my band played when I was still in high school, and they gave us like a hotel room connected to the venue, and we were being a bunch of little young punks, and I believe we destroyed the hotel room
Oh
and
man.
some of the club, and yeah, I heard we had a warrant out for our arrest for a little bit, but I don't never received this warrant. Just a copy of the album.
Now you would appreciate if someone gave you a hotel next to the venue and you would respect it.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just I had to do a hotel thing where you just do dumb stuff.
Sean is the expert on Odin. Do you know about his country music and his channel?
Didn't know. Didn't I hope it's as successful as Ron Keel's country
My
career.
horse is a Harley. My Harley's a horse or whatever. Yeah.
I got this old pickup truck, and what does he say? Do you remember that?
I don't
Yeah.
need anything. I just got this old pickup truck and this guitar.
this
That's
guitar.
all I need.
Yeah.
There was
And
the
I need
special.
this remote control,
That's all I need.
and this paddle ball.
I don't
There
need
was-
nothing else. Need this.
Well, I need this.
There was this
This chair.
Ronnie Lee Keel. That was his name at the time.
Ronnie.
There
Lee
was this
Keel.
special mhm, on VH1 where it
Yeah.
really looked like, holy shit, everyone that we grew up watching is working a shitty job. My favorite was Phil Lewis was appearing at children's birthday parties dressed like Batman.
I didn't see that. I only remember the Ron Keel. I don't remember any of this. Anything
Lewis
You
else.
was
still
wearing
get
like
him to
a-
do that?
I bet everyone's got a price.
Yeah.
But he was wearing the Michael Keaton Batman suit. I like him better in an Adam West Batman suit. But,
Yeah.
but so he was doing that, and I was like, holy shit, the guy from LA Guns is appearing at kids' birthday parties. And then Brian Forsythe from Kix was painting billboards.
I saw that part. I don't remember seeing the Phil Lewis part. I remember the Brian
think-
Forsythe and
I think Phil stripped it from the internet, but it's real.
Interesting.
He's Phil's a character, but if he would talk about it, I know he would. If I asked him, he would, oh, darling, everyone has to survive.
He still
Batman.
sounds like Phil Lewis. He still hits all those notes and those. He still sounds good.
You don't look
he's
like
not a
Phil
young
Lewis, but he sounds
He
like
doesn't
him.
look like the old Phil Lewis, but he sounds like it.
But so Brian Forsythe was painting the billboards, and I asked him about it, and he said that Brian Forsythe got into some drug problems and was going to go to jail. And there was one of these music foundations where people put money into it, and they bailed him out, and they really helped him, and he had to work. And I think his brother worked at a sign painting company and hired him, and so he was going up and doing that. I'm glad to see he's doing well now. But I remember Greg Steele from Faster Pussycat, he had some job in there too, but he said one of my favorite quotes. He goes, being in a successful band is like being in a house in the Wizard of Oz, and it's picked up and it spins around, you're in this twister, and then it just drops you right back down where you started, and it's over. And I can imagine it seeming that way. Yeah, where are they now? All that content should be out, but
I know.
I just
recorded some of those.
I've been binge watching Rock of Love and Daisy of Love. It's still amazing to this day.
yeah, Big John.
Whatever
was on
happened to
Rock
her,
and Roll.
Daisy?
She's still around. She's on the internet. Like she went
She
through
was
some-
hot.
She's still around. I'm not really sure what she's doing, but I don't think I think she went through
Not Brett.
a weird. I think she went through a weird phase and had some issues, but she looks totally different. You probably wouldn't even recognize her.
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, David Lee Roth canceled his tour. Tom Kiefer blew his throat out. That I don't think is true. My friend is on tour with him, and he had to cancel one show, but he is rescheduled.
I saw the page. They made a post on their page, I think, about it.
Oh,
saying
is that
they-
today?
Yeah, I think they got to cancel the three shows remaining.
Oh,
Three
okay.
shows. Says
Yeah,
he can't sing at all. Like
Who?
Tom Kiefer.
Oh, really?
He just did a pretty big tour, 40 dates or so. That's not a voice that's easy to sing. Unfortunately, one of the shows he's canceling is a hometown, the Patch Chili Dog Philly.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but He'll be back next year. But yes, I guess he's. See, I don't watch any. I don't know all this hot news. I know that there's quite a debate over Quiet Riot, though.
Yeah, it's so weird. I was having coffee the other morning, and I was literally talking to my lady about just some news, and I think I literally brought up the whatever Quiet Riot thing. I looked over my shoulder, and Jizzy Pearl was sitting right beside of me at the coffee thing, and I went. I had to do a double take, like, what did I just bring into the universe?
Did you talk to him?
Yeah. I went, Jizzy Pearl, and he goes, huh? And I went, Wednesday 13, and he went, oh, hey, man. And I went over to his table and I sat down and chatted with him for like 15 minutes. And he was meeting with some other people, so I didn't impose too long. But I chatted with him, said hello, and he remembered me telling him about me being a younger fan and meeting him back in the day. And but yeah, Jizzy's cool. He was definitely one of my big
So-
influences when I started doing this.
I texted him yesterday. I've been meaning to text him. And because I'm friends with him and his wife, I was at their wedding, and she was having some surgery. I think it was a knee surgery. So I just wanted to tell them that I was thinking about them. And then when sometimes your name gets dragged into things, I just think it's so stupid and so petty. And who the hell cares? I don't think this is you said news. I don't really think this is news. It's a bullshit news. But and then I feel like people are saying, oh, Jizzy should know better. He's 68. Yeah. What does that mean? I think the guy, he looks better than me, and I'm not 68, and he's in better shape too. But so I asked you the big question: when you introduce your lady, do you say this is Jizzy? Because it's awkward.
I think she's so used to character names now. It's just like,
Yeah, she worked for
Wednesday,
Manson.
AC, Manson, Twiggy, Racy. You know what I mean? Jizzy's just in the line with all of us,
Mhm. I've had a lot of people go, what is his name again? Because I've traveled with Jizzy in normal places, and then you introduce him, and he said on the show before that he was going to change his name, but he said, I stuck to it for so long. What the hell am I going to do? And when he was starting his YouTube channel, he was asking me some questions. He decided to call it J Pearl TV because he thought maybe using Jizzy in the title wouldn't be good for the algorithm.
Right.
But yeah, he's a talented writer too. But I think that we're in this era now where everyone is an expert and people think they know who's using backing tracks, who's using AI. People think they even know what AI is. This guy's doing this, but this guy's not doing that. And this guy sounds like this. And then it becomes this ridiculous thing. And everyone thinks they're an expert. And most are not. There's a lot of people who are using some effects, and maybe they should be. I'll tell you what.
Sean's using an effect right now. He's got a delay on his voice. Do it, Sean.
I thought it. Yeah. It's
Oh,
AI.
it's gone.
Is it gone?
Yeah. What the
Wow.
fuck? How did that happen?
Yeah. Let's see. I see stuff. Sometimes there's comments, and that you guys are involved in the industry. I am not. But somebody is saying that the new Sherry Moon song is total effing garbage. Now I know you guys are not going to comment on that, and I haven't heard it. So
I heard it. It's interesting. It's what I
It's a song.
what I would expect from it. Yeah, it's had a lot of views, and she's got a single coming out. And Sherry and Rob, my experiences with them, especially her, she's always been super nice to me. So as long as people are
And-
having
Nice.
fun and doing
Super
stuff,
nice.
I don't care.
yeah.
What do I think of the
Wednesday,
song? She's always been super nice to me.
and Wednesday, when is your ladies' record coming out?
Not soon enough, but.
Right.
My new live record is
Hey, look at that.
already in my hands. You can pre-order it now, and my lady isn't on this.
Sean,
Nay is dropping
Nay-
a single pretty soon.
I was
so.
just going to it. Is Nay going to have a single? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, in the if it was amazing, everybody would say, "Hey, it was amazing." So I don't know.
No, we just can't wait for the album.
Yes, we need more.
Need more of that.
a lot of people talking about this potential new singer for Quiet Riot. Somebody told me, you've got to interview him. Why? Well, if I interviewed every singer who might be in Quiet Riot, it's just not it's not for me. To someone, maybe that's a story, but it's not for me.
You're interviewing two of them right now.
Yes. Yes. I put out my video about Kevin DeBro when I said he passed away not too far from me. A lot of people love that video. I wish I would have talked a little bit more personal about him. I try to make those videos facts and not just my reflections, but boy, he was a cool guy. Sean talked about it too. Kevin DeBro was fan friendly. He was nice for a guy who was known to have a big mouth. And by the way, in this day and age, everybody's like that. I just think people weren't ready for Kevin, but boy, he was a nice guy. And addiction doesn't discriminate. People also comment. We were talking about how everybody thinks that they know everything in your comments, and they're like, he died penniless in a motel. No, it's actually a very nice house, not too far from you. But everyone knows everything, and they love to rush. I'm going to comment right now before they've even watched the video, and I'm like, oh my god. And as I said, racist comments. That's what I get the most on my channel for some reason. Hold on. This please pre-order Wednesday 13th live CD.
Yeah, please do it. You can get it on vinyl and CD.
Sean went to consult Nay on her new single, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has her signing at the show coming up soon. Now, so that's it. Has anyone seen this before?
No, I got a box in the mail yesterday, so it's out. I got it a month and a half or 2 months ahead of time, but this is the CD version of it. And like all cool CD packages, you got to have a million pictures. So I did what I wanted to see when I was a kid buying albums, and I filled it full of this nonstop photos, and it has got eye candy for days. Like, it is just all these tiny pictures and all the backstage stuff. It's pretty awesome. So
all that.
yeah, September 23rd it will be available.
What day?
September 25th it'll be out. The tour starts the 23rd, and I will have copies of it and on vinyl. And a little birdie told me that I will have copies of my first album on vinyl too.
Like a reissue?
For the
I wouldn't
first,
trust birds.
I don't know if this bird's telling the truth, but that's what I heard. Could be a lying bird.
Do not trust birds.
Hold on, I'm trying to. I mean, did you hear about the deaf girl from the King Kong movie who passed away in a car accident last week?
Well, I will say this: she didn't hear about it.
Oh,
Sean will be
which King Kong?
Yeah, I mean,
what
look,
deaf girl? Which King Kong?
I'm gonna Google deaf.
Talking about the little girl. Is that the one from? Was it Godzilla versus Kong?
Oh, is that? Hold on, I'm googling it now.
Oh, the echo is back.
What?
Did you not feed them this morning?
Hold on.
I didn't feed them this morning either. I don't think.
Oh yeah, her name is
That's why
Kaylee
fridge.
Hoddle.
Yeah. I think I
Wow.
thought you did. Oh.
Kaylee Hoddle was born March 17, 2008. She passed away July 21st, 2026.
Weird that they're not acting like.
She was only 18 years of age. Hoddle sustained injuries in a single vehicle collision. At the age of 18, she was one of 3 occupants in a vehicle that veered off the road and struck a culvert. What's a culvert?
It's like a pervert, but
I know culvers.
I don't know.
Thank you. I went to the only educated person I know. It's what did you call it? It's a concrete drainage thing.
It's not a pervert. Totally different things.
No. Deputies responded at 2:52. The driver suffered non-life-threatening injuries, while the other passenger declined help. People said that excessive speed was the factor. She was airlifted, and where she was pronounced dead. It's always a bummer when the driver lives.
Well, somebody says it's a ditch.
Well, I have a description here. It's a culvert is a structure that channels water past an obstacle or to a subterranean waterway, like the Ramones album. And this is what they look like.
That's where chuds live.
You don't want to go in there.
That's the chuds. If you don't get it, yeah, chuds will get you.
But it's sad that you have a reckless driver and then they kill the passenger. Maybe that's why Blas Elias always insisted on driving. He told me, he goes, I don't want to ever have a driver. I'll rent a car and I'll drive. I want to be responsible for my own fate. But anyway,
I used to drive the van for the band the same way. I'm like, I think I'm better off doing this than you.
Yeah, and you only had one DUI in your life.
Yeah, only one.
So some people might have had a lot more.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. Never again. Never again.
But yes, she was in the Godzilla versus Kong movies. Yeah, it's terrible. You got to choose your friends better. Don't get in cars with people who drive recklessly.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There's been a lot of e-bike kids getting killed lately.
I don't like those either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sad when they're just wheeling down the road that they're not supposed to be on, and then that happens. It's tragic.
Yeah. Somebody said Axl Rose used that word in his Eddie Trunk interview. Wow. You think Eddie Trunk knew what a culvert was? I doubt it. Blas is very wise.
What'd you call me?
Anyway.
By the way, look what I did get today. I did get an extra so I can open it up.
Oh.
I have two. So I'm going to get to open this one up and play with it now. So dinner is on. Chainsaw.
That was made for you.
Yeah, I got two. So I got one I can't open and one that I will open. So
You were showing me a picture earlier of your mail call.
yeah, I got a lot of stuff today. Lots of good stuff. Pops.
2 years.
Tina.
2 years in a row at Texas Frightmare, they had an exclusive Leatherface figure.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't get it, but I'm hoping that someone has put one aside for me because I definitely asked about it.
I got it both years. I got both of them.
They're
That's cool. I like when shows do that.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's really exclusive about it is kind of the card back. It's shaped like Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I asked the guy to put me one back, so I'm not sure if he did or not, but I'll get one.
Yeah, they're saying Wednesday got a ton today. He did definitely. You're gonna need a bigger house Wednesday.
Yeah,
he's gonna get 50 of those milking cows too.
I hope so. Imagine that. That'll be my next video. I'm gonna make a.
Sean, do you remember the milking cow?
No.
Really? Jesus, I thought they were everywhere. I thought you would have one.
What kid would want that?
Every kid.
If you want one, he's gonna have a lot.
Come on. A little country kid wants to milk a miniature cow. That's our dream.
Your backyard's gonna look like a pasture.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna tune in to see you milk the cow.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to Flashback this weekend, Chris Niece? Whatever your D6LX, whatever.
Chris is a nice guy, and Chris is the one who sent me this replica statue. That's from Chris.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
That's where I'm going.
So where are you off to? Where is Flashback?
Flashback weekend in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
I've had a hell of a day, man. We ordered 5 banners for clients like over a week ago, and they should have been here by Tuesday at the latest. I mean, maybe Monday, really. And it's FedEx has just dropped the ball so bad on this one. Like, it's literally, it was shipping from Pomona, which is only an hour from me. I could have driven there and picked them up, right? The FedEx tracking things went from Pomona to Chino or Chico, whatever, and then from there to Walnut. Like, literally it just keeps bouncing around within like a 10-mile radius, and then sat there for a couple days. And then today we had an update saying it was going to be here by 3 o'clock. Then that switched to now it's going to be here tomorrow. I leave tomorrow. I need these banners. So I just had to go to a freaking FedEx place and pay them $500 and something to make cheap, shitty banners so I can just have something for my clients this weekend. When I have the good ones, should have been here. It's so frustrating.
People don't see what goes into these conventions. You know, they just go up and get an autograph, and they don't realize that you got a lot to do. And yeah, the shipping system these days is just terrible. I mean, trying to get anything done is terrible. Chico.
Okay, not Chico. It was Chino then. My bad.
Okay.
Chino.
That's the lead singer of the Deftones.
Yeah,
He did all this
he's
on
responsible
purpose.
for the package getting held back.
I wouldn't listen to them anymore after this.
I'm going to go to a convention with Peter Criss coming up.
Ooh.
And I'm looking forward to that. Peter Criss is the only member of KISS
Which
I've
one?
never met. It's in Orlando.
Oh,
It's-
I know. Which one.
Yeah. I have not said, but we don't give any free advertising. But anyway, it's in Orlando, and I was going to be there anyway, so it worked out. But it just happens. You always look at your schedule and go, I'm going to be here. What is the chance that something going on that I would like to do? And in this case, it really worked out. So I'm excited to get to meet Peter Criss. Maybe he'll say I look like a Nazi, like he said to Wednesday.
Hopefully.
I doubt it, though. Let's see.
By the way, the lady's hitting me up. I'm cutting into our dinner time. She's off today, so I might have to get out of here soon before she cuts me off.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't want that.
Don't want to get cut off.
Let's see. Hold on. How's Chris doing, Sean? Is there a thing with two heads coming up?
Yeah. We're definitely going to be doing one soon. I'm just so far behind on all my editing. I still have to work on our fair video, which I'm hoping I can get done during this trip, like on the plane and in the hotel room where I can focus. So
Yeah, I get it. Well, let's go around and then we'll wrap up. Wednesday, we kind of talked about what you've got coming up, but we can recap.
Yeah, lots of stuff. I leave for England next week. 4 shows, 2 club shows, the Bloodstock Festival, and the Firebolt Festival next week in the UK. And then I'm home for my birthday. And then rest of the year, we got US and Europe again in November. I got a big announcement this weekend, and I'll be able to talk about that stuff after this weekend. So lots of cool stuff coming up. I'm excited. Going into my 50s the right way.
Yeah, I might have to come see you for your birthday. Maybe we should do something.
Yeah.
It would be nice. Sean's not so short, but
Sean's like, no, we don't want to do that.
having your birthday on a Wednesday is convenient, though, because
It's pretty cool.
people
And
are-
also, I was talking to
when
the
is your
lady
birthday
today,
again?
August 12th.
missed it by a little bit, the 13. Yeah.
Missed it by that much.
Mhm.
And also, we were talking today since I saw the Ozzy, they announced the Ozzy Maze or whatever at Universal and Hellraiser and all that. And that opens September 3rd. I don't leave till September 21st. I'm willing to go to this Horror Nights if you guys want to maybe make a trip. We talked about it. So
Sean might already have his date.
We already have our RIP tickets, and
work
I
us
might be-
in. Come on, work us in there.
it's already sold out for that one. Because one of the girls that works with us tried to get tickets to go with us, and it's sold out.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah, I might have time to do it if there's time, but yeah, I might try to do that.
By the way, Christopher Nelson's birthday is the day after yours.
He's the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got your.
You guys
birthday.
should have swapped.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That
it would have
would've
made
been-
more sense if your birthday was on the 13th.
It would have been a lot cooler. It have worked out better with my whole gimmick.
Your whole shtick.
Your whole shtick. Well,
Somebody,
you're very
you know,
busy.
you guys were talking about the funny names, you know, the Jizzy and all this stuff. And somebody, I forgot, recently asked me, and I was saying that we were hanging out or whatever, and he goes, "What do you call him? Do you call him Wednesday?" And I go, "Yeah, I do."
Most of my band and crew, they call me Dub, W, Dubs. That's usually the nicknames that I get most of the time. I respond to all, except when you say my real name, I'm like, I'm the last to turn around.
That is a question that I get also. And when we first became friends, I would see people in the chat. Every now and then, people try to be an insider and they'll try to say your real name. And it never gets anywhere. I never put those comments through because it's not what you go by. I asked your girlfriend what she calls you, and she calls you either Wednesday or like or sweetheart or some kind of
Yeah,
affectionate
she's
name.
never ever. I can't ever remember her saying my real name.
I used to work with a Puck from the Real World, and his name is David Rainey, and but everybody called him Puck. But when we started going to grocery stores while MTV was big, if I had a call over to him and I said Puck, you would then see all these people. I mean, MTV in the Real World was huge at one point, and he was the character. But if you want to be called Puck, I'll call you Puck. You want to be called Wednesday? I'll call you
Most
Wednesday.
people, I mean, everybody from Alice to Manson, everybody calls them everyone calls him Alice. No one ever calls him Vince. I think he says he told me that his pastor calls him Vince. Everyone else calls him Alice. Manson is either M or Manson. No one ever, I think Alice Cooper is the only person I've ever heard call him Marilyn,
Well,
which is this always weird. He goes, "Oh yeah, I love Marilyn." I'm like, "That's you're the only person ever
People-
says." Yeah.
People would also ask me what I used to call Meatloaf. Do you
Good
call
one,
him
yeah.
Meatloaf?
Mhm.
And everybody called him Meat.
There you go. That's what I would
Sure.
think.
And like Ozzy, you'd call him Oz, you know?
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Speaking of Marilyn, this Friday I have a video. It includes Marilyn Monroe's grave, and it also has where her funeral took place, which was interesting to see. And there's a lot of stuff I didn't talk about at all, but there's a guy. The guy who's buried above Marilyn is buried face down. So he's face down on top of Marilyn. And it's a sensitive subject, and people get really mad and upset. And they say even in death, people are taking advantage of Marilyn. And then Hugh Hefner bought the plot next to her. And a lot of people are saying that Marilyn Monroe didn't like Hugh Hefner and didn't want to be in that Playboy magazine that he bought the photo. So in this same cemetery is Peter Bogdanovich, who was married to Dorothy Stratton. Well, him and Hugh Hefner hated each other. You could just walk around the cemetery and match up people who had issues, people who were married and now are divorced, so they're at separate sections of the cemetery. Visit the grave of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, who it's still unmarked, but he's next to his brother, Carl Wilson. This is a cemetery where you will trip over celebrities. There's more celebrities than regular folk, and that comes out Friday. Today, Chuck Berry, former House, risked my life to show it to you, worst neighborhood ever, and grave. And so those are available. Sean, what do you have on going on right now on YouTube?
I'm doing obviously Flashback Weekend this weekend. The weekend after is Midsummer Scream in Long Beach, which is always an awesome convention. And then I go back to Chicago the weekend after that for Fan Expo Chicago, the big Kurt Russell show.
Oh, wow.
I'm not representing Kurt Russell, but I work with Keith David, who will be doing photo ops with him and stuff because of the thing. But I have other people there. But it sucks. I got to go to Chicago, like boom, boom, boom. You know.
The Yankees are playing in Chicago for 7 days straight. They finally routed it where they play the White Sox for 4 games and then they'll play the Cubs for 3 games. I wish I would have thought of it. I would have come and saw you in Chicago and got to see. I've never been to Wrigley Field, which is one of the historic places. But yeah, you're jumping all over the globe. Your Killer Clowns video, collection video, is up. That's the last one you put out, right?
No, the last one I put up was the 20th anniversary of 25
Halloween.
Years of Terror, the Halloween
haven't seen it.
documentary that I did. And that is actually doing really well. It's kind of it's me and the director reminiscing about from the convention to the documentary and how that all worked or didn't work. It's a lot of drama in there, but it just felt like it's crazy. It had been 20 years since the release of the DVD, so I thought, why not talk about it? Because me and Steph, the director, had been talking about telling the story at some point.
Sometimes the behind the scenes stories are more interesting than anyone could ever imagine, and especially
It
when you're
is.
trying to get rights. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm looking for something to watch tonight.
Yeah, the only downside is his microphone was not doing so good, and it was cutting in and out a little bit. You can
know the
totally
feeling.
hear it. It's just people are complaining about it, obviously. But it's got whatever, 14,000 views, so people are watching it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I got something to watch tonight. I'm gonna finish.
And hopefully
Eastbound
the
and
next
Down.
video
will be fair.
will be us.
Yeah.
So I would in a perfect world, Monday, drop on Monday. I think I can
That
get
would
it
be
done
great.
over the weekend. But the two camera thing made it a lot harder to edit.
I talked about, yeah, I can imagine. I talked about how I went on that spinning ride, and I realized I should have just recorded it. I have this still picture of your ladies on the spinning ride, but this is before, and I thought
Before it
I should have just
started.
record because our reactions when it was happening was screaming because the kid was upside down like Spider-Man. I mean, it was.
Yeah,
But,
I've seen the videos people doing that. I didn't realize.
It's
I'm
insane.
I'm getting yelled at.
All right, it's time. Check out official Wednesday. Yes, he's official Wednesday13.com and check out Sean Clark on your social media, Malfunction, and on YouTube. And we'll see each other again very soon. Thank you for
Bye,
watching.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good.